Yankees fans, Mets fans, baseball fans, what is going on? Everybody, happy hump day out there to everybody. Yankees Mets game 2. Yankees looking for the split. Mets looking to break out the brooms on the natives from the Bronx. On paper, Yankee fans, this is not looking good for us. Future Hall of Famer Max Scherzer against Domingo Germán. So, as Chris Berman once said, that's why they play the games. But if you look at this matchup on paper, it certainly does not favor the New York Yankees. Domingo Germán got battled around in his return to the majors by the Houston Astros, and it doesn't get much easier tonight when he faces one of the best teams in the National League and the New York Metropolitans. So the Yankees are going to have to try to find a way to at least get Scherzer's pitch count up and get him the hell out of the game as soon as possible. That's really it. Or Scherzer is human. Maybe he has a bad game tonight. That'd be nice. But I can tell you this. The Yankees scored 2 quick runs. Germán better not give him back the way Jordan Montgomery did last night. It was a disgraceful performance by Jordan Montgomery last night. You can't get 2 runs in the first inning and then give 4 back immediately. That is not what a good starting pitcher does. As I said last night on the stream with Chris, if he had gone 5 or 6 innings and he got tired and he gave up the lead, it is what it is. But to immediately give it back and then some in the bottom of the first is a terrible job by Jordan Montgomery, who has just not been good, has not gone deep into games at all for us. And as somebody mentioned last night, probably will not be in the rotation when it comes to the postseason. The game is on ESPN tonight. If you guys want to watch along with me, Josh, I did send Chris the link, and I just said, if you can make it, here it is. So I don't know. I know he said he was going to Manhattan to meet a buddy today. And I obviously it's not like I said, hurry home. I'm told the guy, if you're home, great, stop in. If not, enjoy yourself. Chris and I will be live for Talking Giants, probably Friday or Saturday. We usually do it on the weekend. So we'll be looking forward to doing that regardless. And hopefully the Yankees can earn a split tonight. If you're a Yankee fan, and if you're a Mets fan, well, hopefully the Yankees can earn a split tonight because I ain't looking to get swept here. But the Yankees haven't played good baseball as of late. I know Braves fans are rooting for us too. Braves fans don't usually root for the Yankees, but obviously, a common enemy makes friends. So we'll try to help you out, Atlanta fans. I don't know if Sleet is around. We'll do our best, but it certainly doesn't look good so far. So we shall see what's going on. NVME, the Kerm, Trey Mack, Joshua, Dashy. What's going on? Did his rant on the Reds earlier. Dashy's always good for a rant, my man. I always appreciate a good rant, Dashy, as you well know. Martin, what's going on? Sarah Small, my lady, how are you? Let's go Yankees indeed. Anthony Razza says, happy Camelback Day indeed. Today's my actual born day. So yeah, happy birthday to me today. I know I got a little confusing because, like I said, the famous people celebrated on the Monday after their birthday. Since I'm not famous, I celebrated on the Saturday before my birthday. That's the way. Bobby Nardone, what's going on? Anthony Zayas, Michael Davis, Duran Osman, and Gabriel Espinola. Prestige Shotgun. What is going on? Yeah, Judge gonna not only Judge gonna have to turn into Thanos, Domingo Germán is going to have to as well. AYG 98, Anthony D'Amico. Yankees do need to win, my man. Cornelius G, Christian B, Buck Skull Gang, Bobby Nardone. I think I got that already. Mets, what's going on? Informal Deviant, Bruce Phillips. You all know what to do. Smack the like, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. Share the stream out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, TikTok, Reddit, wherever the hell you have social media. If you could help me out, share the link, get some people in here. Tell everybody you know to subscribe. YouTube, I want to knock on wood. They have allowed me to get to 99.2K. We're just above 99.2K, so a little less than 800 to go before we get verified in the silver play button, which I can't even believe I'm saying that, but it's on the way, man. It's taking a little longer than I would have hoped, but we're going to get there eventually. So I couldn't do it without all the help of you guys and girls. So if you want to help me out a little bit more, go the extra mile. Share it out. Let's see what we got. Thank you for the birthday wishes, guys. I do appreciate that very much. 46. 46. Man, I am freaking old. Like at this point, like I'm in my late 40s. Like I still say middle 40s. Early 40s is 40 to 42. Middle 40s is 43 to 46. Late 40s is 47 through 49. Still in my middle 40s, but we're closer to 50 than we are 40 this year. I can't even believe I can't even believe I'm sitting there saying, man, I'm like 4 years away from 50. I'm like, I am old as freaking dirt. Antonio Garcia, Martin Crum, what's up, man? Thank you for being here, guys. Will Collectors, what's up, buddy? Collectors, I wish I was at the National today. The National Card Show Convention started today in Atlantic City. Even if I don't buy anything, just to see the stuff, it's worth the price of admission. It's unbelievable, man. It's so much fun. Every birthday after 40 don't matter. You're right about that, Ryan. I like that. Tutto, grazie, paisano, grazie. We got almost 100 people in here already, man. That is awesome. Thank you, Tutto. Massive salute to the king of the dog pen. Kevin dropped by office to pay respect, to kick and slap all the stinky Shigo fans out of the dough. Forget about it. Thank you very much, Tutto. I always appreciate the support, my good man. Michelle, what is going on? Thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all. Bluegrass Picker in the house. William Henry, Giant Man. Anthony Kivler, Edge Lock, Duran, what's up? Anthony Ratza, my good man. Thank you for the super chat. How old are those pool tables? They're 46. 46 years old, those pool table legs. And pool table legs are pretty good shape, though, for being 46 years old. No nicks or cracks or crevices in those things yet. They're still pretty strong. They still hold the body up, so that's a good thing. That is a good thing. Let's bring this thing up here as we're getting ready to go. Bring the screen up for you guys. You can see all the stuff that is going on. I like this little setup here. There we go. I don't know which is better. Yeah, I like that one better. I like them better. Plus, the people super chat. They don't need to look at. They don't need to see my ugly 46-year-old face. But here we are. What's going on? I'm that dude in the house. We're getting ready to go, guys. ESPN's not wasting time. Milk the cow. What's going on? It's all good, brother. Listen, I got no hate for the Mets. Mets fans are great. Mets got a good fan base. I got no problem with the Mets. I hope we get a lot of Mets fans in here. I think it's fun, Mets and Yankees. I hope we meet up in October, man. Yankees, Dodgers, Yankees, Mets. I'll be extremely happy with either one of them. So let's give you guys and girls the... Yeah, I was going to say, why was Herman warming up? Maybe we're not getting ready to go to action yet. That was just Herman taking warm-up pitches, which is weird. Big Blue Elo, Wampeg Doodle, what's going on, guys? Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Let's go. Thank you, Gabriel. Appreciate that. You know, I'm trying, hoping my guy Greg Doucette will, hoping he'll do his laser eyes and tell me how much body fat I have. But thank you, Dante. Appreciate it. Benjamin, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Search as treat. I hope it is, man. That would be a lot of fun. No doubt about it. Yeah, I would. Mike Paz, I would love Yankees Dodgers. I would love it. I would love that. No, Reggie was a little bit before me, Martin. When I started watching baseball, Reggie was an angel. I didn't really start watching baseball until 1984. Reggie was gone. My earliest memories of the Yankees are Don Mattingly and Dave Winfield battling for the batting title in 84. That is, it's probably, I had a dream that a bat freaking bit me in the hand a couple nights ago, actually. I dropped, my wife and I were like in the back of I don't know if it was a camper or a truck, and she pointed, there was a bat hanging there, and I swung and I knocked the freaking bat out of the camper or whatever the hell it was, and it flew back and it bit me in the top of my hand, and then I proceeded to just twist its neck right off its body. Like I just twisted its neck and ripped its head right off its body, but I still got bit by the damn bat. I hate bats, and it's probably because of that stupid damn meerkat commercial, because I'm like, what the hell am I dreaming about bats for? There ain't even really bats in this area, but that damn commercial, it's stupid. Dashy, my good man. Thank you for the $4.20 super chat. 420 from Dashy. 420 crew. You know what to do. Smoke them because you got them. 420 from Dashy. He says, Reds lead 2-0 and no pineapple on the pizza, Dominic, wherever you shall be. Wherever you shall be. Thank you, Dashy. I appreciate that very much. Very ready for Luis Castillo, Bobby Nardoni. Very ready. Bobby Woodruff, my friend. 24-hour show is August 20th. August 20th. Junior, how can I be the man? You're the man. Clutch Canuck Vader, what's going on, guys? How we doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Yankees need to get it going. Carter Daniels, what's up, buddy? Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate y'all being here. Let's go. Spinach on your pizza. I put spinach in my omelets, as a matter of fact. It is my favorite vegetable to put in an omelet. Spinach and olives are usually, and green peppers are usually the things I put in there. Sometimes mushrooms. I do like vegetables quite a bit, even vegetables that nobody else eat, like Brussels sprouts, which I had with my chicken tonight. My wife goes, who the F eats Brussels sprouts? I said, your husband eats those. They're good for you. Brian Martin, what's going on? Duran Osman, what's up? Thank you for being here. Appreciate y'all being here. Again, smack that like and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Let's go. Giants probably couldn't afford to D4. We got 60 likes already. That's pretty awesome. Good start to the evening. And let's hope the Yankees have a good start to their evening and a good finish. It is a Saturday, Bobby. I only do the 24-hour streams on Saturday. Gives me the entire week to recover. 8, Ryan. Donnie, yeah, that was 1987. Mattingly hit a homer in 8 straight games, which I still believe is the record. He tied Dale Long, and then Ken Griffey Jr. tied it later in his career. But I don't think anybody else has hit a homer in more than in 8. I don't think anybody's hit a homer in 9 or more straight games, but 87, Mattingly did that. In 87, Mattingly also set a record with 6 grand slams in a year. And the ironic thing is, those are the only grand slams he hit in his entire career. They were all in 1987. Let me give you guys, girls, the Yankee lineup for this evening. It'll be first baseman DJ LeMahieu leading off, playing center field and batting second, the MVP, Aaron Judge. DH and batting third tonight, Anthony Rizzo. Pretty much the same lineup they had last night. Batting fourth and playing second base, Gleyber Torres. The right fielder, Matt Carpenter, will bat fifth. Josh Donaldson, the trash can, will play third base and bat sixth. Aaron Hicks plays left and bats seventh tonight. The shortstop, IKF, Isaiah Karner Falefa, will bat eighth. Batting ninth and catching night, Kyle Higashioka. And on the mound for the New York Mets this evening is the future Hall of Famer Max Scherzer. Comes in with a 6-2 record and a 2.28 ERA. Just incredible what's going on. Thank you for being here, man. Eli L, what's up? Mike Gorga, my friend. How you doing? Josh Gage, JS Hellraiser. Thank you for being here. Tutto, grazie, paisano. Kevin, please make an official announcement when you're live. We'll be at the link on January 8th. Giants away game, the Suns, or the Boyds losers on their own turf. Tutto, it would be so great if we could somehow win. Can you imagine how nice it would be to pay back the Eagles for all the crap they've put us through, for us to win a game in Philadelphia and actually make the playoffs? That'd be amazing. What protein do I drink for muscle mass, Anthony? I like, listen, if you're trying to gain muscle mass from protein, the best way to do it is through your food. So a lot of lean meats. Like I said, I live on chicken and ground turkey. It's really what I live on as far as protein goes. It is a lot of chicken and ground turkey, protein pancakes, yogurt, that type of stuff. But the protein I use Gold Standard casein protein, although I do believe I'm going to go to Gym casein protein because I really like Gym supplements. I take Pre-Gym X, which is my favorite pre-workout I've ever taken. I also swear by Pro Gym, which is his whey protein. So Gym supplements are the ones I like the best. Pro Gym, whey protein. Right now, I've been taking Gold Standard casein protein. Whey protein absorbs pretty quicker. It's a quick digesting protein, whereas casein protein is a slower digesting protein. I always like to take like a half a scoop of casein protein after my workout with a full scoop of whey protein. That's usually how I do it. And then if I'm low on my protein and my macros, I'll take casein before I go to bed. But a lot of times I hit my macros through my food. But those are protein supplements should only be used when you're not getting enough protein. Like last night, I had no choice. Like I came from the gym. I didn't have a chance to make dinner. So I had a protein shake and I had 2 protein bars. And then I'm not going to lie to you. When the game was over, I went upstairs and I had like 12 ounces of grilled chicken at like 11 o'clock at night because I'm insane. And I finished off the rest of the grilled chicken tonight for dinner. I really do live on chicken and ground turkey. And ask my wife. It's really all I put in my refrigerator. It's insane. Martin La Sorsa, what's going on? Thank you for being here. We're getting ready to go. Chronal Banning, what's going? No, I don't like fish. I mean, fish is good for you, definitely. Salmon's a little fatty, so I wouldn't recommend that if you're trying to cut the fat out of your diet. but I don't like fish, so I don't eat it. The only seafood I really eat, I like shrimp. That's about it. Shrimp's also a little bit fatty, but it's very high in protein, so no carbs, obviously. Here is LeMahieu. He takes low. It counts 1-1. We're just underway here from Citi Field in Queens. The Mets were able to take game 1 6-3 last night. Yankees looking for the split. Here is the pitch from Scherzer to LeMahieu, and LeMahieu swings and golfs it to center field. And starting in now, going back a ways, as Brandon Nimmo makes the catch on the track. So a good swing by DJ, but just a long fly ball. And there's one away for the Yanks, and they're after the first. And here comes the MVP, Aaron Judge. Good fat, doesn't matter, Duran. High omega fats are still fat, still high in calories. Peanut butter also is healthy fat, as are almonds and your peanuts. But if you eat that stuff, they're extremely high in calories. You're going to gain weight. If you're trying to bulk up, healthy fats are what you want. If you're trying to lean down like I am, you do not want the fats in your diet. Here's Judge. Swung on and hit in the air to deep right field, but it's going to hang up there and be caught right in front of the track by Starling Marte. So 2 kick outs here for the Yanks, and they're after the first as Scherzer's thrown 4 pitches. So, appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much. Aladdin walk-off. What's going from Egypt? What's up from Egypt? We got a Yankee fan in here from Egypt, baby. Well, welcome aboard, Aladdin. I appreciate you being here all the way from Egypt. That is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Ramen noodles? Yeah, I'm not a big ramen noodle guy. Not a big ramen noodle guy. But here we go. That pitch is in there for a strike to Anthony Rizzo, and the count is 0-1. Just underway here from Citi Field. Yankees with 2 outs and nobody on. I don't really have a favorite cheat meal. I switch it up because I don't want to get sick of the same thing. So 0-1. Rizzo pops it up. So an easy inning for Scherzer. 3 fly balls, 3 outs, 6 pitches. Yankees go in order in their half of the first. We'll go to the bottom of the first with the score of the Yankees, nothing, and the Mets coming to bat. That was not what the Yankees are looking to do. Again, Wambag, it ain't the sodium. Like, you don't get fat on sodium. Sodium has no calories in it. Sodium can make you retain water, but as long as you're working out, it really doesn't matter. Sodium's not the worst thing for you. John Gonzalez, what's going on? Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Let's go. Let's go. Evan, what's up? That was typical of our lineup. Yes. 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 Sorry to hear about that, Anthony. My condolences, my good man. Well, I appreciate that, Anthony, but I'm sorry for your loss. Yeah, my dad, 2 days from today, he will have passed away 7 years ago. It's hard to believe that it's been that long. My dad, there was no signs of any. He was just one night he was there, next morning he was gone. That's really how my dad went. So it's never easy losing a loved one. I really never know what's better. I mean, you get to say your goodbyes and prepare for the goodbye, and you watch your loved one kind of deteriorate, or you're just not prepared for it, and they just go out of nowhere, and you know that they didn't suffer. Like, I know my dad didn't suffer any pain. He was just gone. But thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Too much bread, dairy, and sugar. Yeah, that will not help. Bread is full of sugar. Sugar. I mean, that's because it's just, those are all bad carbs. Those are and high fat, highly fat condensed foods. You get a bunch of calories in a small amount, and your body processes them extremely quick, and it just makes you hungry. You're hungry all the time. You're hungry a lot faster eating that stuff because your body just rips through it and deposits it really quick. Whereas protein, it takes a lot longer for it to digest. Also, you burn a lot more calories when your body tries to break down the protein. This is why it's good for muscle synthesis and everything else. But this is why my diet is exclusively high protein, extremely low fat, and I fill the rest of it out with carbs. Well, here are the Mets. Brandon Nimmo will lead off. He takes it outside. Nimmo plays center field and leads off. Right fielder Starling Marte will bat second. Shortstop Francisco Lindor will bat third. First baseman Pete Alonso will clean up tonight. The DH Daniel Vogelbach will bat fifth. The 1-0, outside 2-0. Left fielder Mark Connor will bat sixth. The second baseman Jeff McNeil will bat seventh. Third baseman Eduardo Escobar, who homered last night, will bat eighth. Batting ninth, Tomas Nido, the catcher. And on the mound, the aforementioned Domingo Germán, as Nimmo grounds it right into the shift. Rizzo takes it to the bag himself. There's one away here for the Mets. Domingo Germán, 0-1, has an ERA of 15. Obviously not what you're looking for if you are the Yanks. He has to do a lot better today. Great. Owen, or what's going on? Trade Westbrook. The Lakers are not trading Westbrook. Just prepare for Westbrook to be there. Nobody's taking Westbrook's contract. Nope, I do not drink a lot of milk, Mike. I do not drink a lot of milk. I get my protein from other aspects, and milk is not the best thing for you. Arnold Schwarzenegger will say there's actually more nutrients in beer than milk. That pitch is, obviously he was being facetious, but milk isn't really what it's cracked up to be. And all these people like, I drink almond milk, I drink coconut milk. Milk is milk, people. Milk is milk. It doesn't matter what kind of milk it is. Milk is milk. Unless you're lactose intolerant, then obviously you need some special milk. But I ain't got to worry about that. The 1-0 in there for a strike, 1-1. The one thing I can say is, man, when it comes to dieting, like I said, you subscribe to my fitness channel, man. I talk about this stuff all the time over there. We're going to start doing live streams. I said when I get to 2,000, it'll probably be 1,500 subscribers. We're almost got 1,400 subscribers on the fitness channel. Pitches inside 2-1, but I can talk about this all day. You just got to find what works for you, and that's really what it is. But there's definitely an outline to doing it, to getting in shape. It'll be a 2-1 here to Marte. He had a big night last night. The pitch swung on and missed. Pitch was breaking in off the plate. Marte swung through it, and the count's even at 2-2. Now, calcium builds strong bones. You can get calcium in a lot of other things. I do not eat beef and pork. They're very high in fat, so I stay away from them. The 2-2 swung on and missed. Strike three. Good location by Domingo Germán. 94 just below the zone, and Marte is out on strikes. A good start for Marte, and that'll bring up the shortstop Francisco Lindor. Germán MVP. Yes. So, 2 out, somebody on here for the Mets. Chicken and turkey. Yes, Sandra. That's pretty much what I live on. Chicken, turkey, yogurt, protein, pancakes, eggs, pitch. Outside 1-1, fruits and vegetables. That is really it. Every Saturday night for dinner, I eat whatever the hell I want, and then I have a dessert. It always changes. Might be Five Guys this week. About this time, the 1-0, low 2-0. It's always about Wednesday night I start thinking about what I want for my cheat meal. Like last week, I had a Cobb salad. I had some boneless wings, had a couple beers. I had a cannoli, and I had a milkshake. So 2-0, curveball in there for a strike, 2-1. I haven't had a hamburger in a while. I'm thinking about Five Guys burger and fries. It was the first cheat meal I had when I started doing this, and I haven't had a hamburger in a while, so I'm probably leaning that way. And a milkshake. 2-1, strike two. That pitch looked like it was outside, but the umpire gave Germán the call. The count's even at 2-2. And always a couple of beers. You always get to have a couple of beers. Evan, absolutely you get to enjoy it. You got to make it a part of your lifestyle. And one night a week is not going to kill you. When I have the cheat meals, man, my calories are between 3,000 and 3,500. It's still not a lot. The 2-2 swung and a miss, strike three. Great inning for Domingo Germán. Strikes out Marte and Lindor. The Mets go 1, 2, 3 in their half of the first. We'll go to the top of the second. We have no score. I do not do kettlebell exercises because I have a bad back, so I do not screw with the kettlebell. Like I said, subscribe to the fitness channel, guys. I'm telling you, man, you see my workouts. I talk about stuff. Usually I'll put it in there. Usually I have my mods do it, but I don't think I have a lot of mods in here tonight. But let me put this in here. And like I said, man, I talk a lot about this. I'm going to start doing live streams and stuff on the fitness channel, probably at the end of the summer, I would say. But if you want to, like I said, there's one video where I go grocery shopping and you can see a lot of what I get. I do eat like almonds. I like almonds, but I can't eat a lot of them because, like I said, they're very high in fat and they're very high in calories. So I do not eat a lot of almonds, but I do like them. So I have like a serving or two a week. I don't have a bunch of them. Brendan, no, I eat what I normally eat during the day. So for breakfast on a weekend, perfect example. I actually went into work late today. I didn't feel good this morning. So I woke up about 9:30. When I don't go to work, I make 1 cup of egg whites. I buy egg whites in a carton. I make a cup of them. It equates to about 8 egg whites. And I make 3 protein pancakes. So 3 protein pancakes and 8 egg whites. There's only 315 calories. It's 39 grams of protein, 30 grams of carbs. So I have a massive breakfast, but that's only 315 calories. And then for lunch, it's usually some grilled chicken, or it might just be some ham or whatever. It's not a lot. I don't eat a lot, or I don't eat a lot of calories. And then for dinner, I just eat whatever the hell I want. But my lunch, my breakfast and lunch are pretty much the same as what I eat every day. It's just a dinner and then I get a dessert. Because again, it's a reward for busting my ass. And that type of thing can keep you on track. The problem is you have to be extremely disciplined because once you get that good food in your system and your brain's like, oh my God, yes, a cannoli. Oh, fat. Oh, carbs. Oh, fructose and glucose. When your brain gets that, it's like it's delicious. And then you got to get right back on the track because if you fall off, man, you're going down. So you got to be extremely regimented. If somebody goes on the diet that I go on, I suggest not doing that for a good month just so you can get used to eating like that. But again, things work differently for different people. Here is Gleyber Torres leading off the top of the second for the Yanks. Carter, thank you for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate it. The 1-1, low and outside 2-1. Thank you. I did see the practice highlights today. I kind of made a video about it today, so I did get to see some of it. Kadarius Toney had a great catch in the corner in the end zone. Deion Jones threw a dime. Let's hope that continues. The 2-1 to Gleyber, inside 3-1. You guys know what to do. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the bell. We got to be clicking close to 100 likes. We're at 90 likes. Got 178 in here. Thank you, guys and girls. Yankees looking for the split. Gleyber's seen as many pitches in this at bat as Scherzer threw in the first inning. 3-1. Gleyber swings and pops it up. Overswung on a fastball. And in foul territory, making the catch is Pete Alonso. There's one away. Gleyber Torres got himself out again, overswinging, something he does more than anybody else on this Yankee team. Gleyber Torres in a hitter's count continues to try to do way too much and consistently dips that shoulder, opens them hips, and hits a weak pop-up. He does it all the time. The hitting coach really needs to get with him and say, stop doing that. Stop dipping your damn shoulder. Stop opening up your hips. Keep your hands back and hit a line drive through the middle. Take a level swing. It doesn't mean you're not going to hit a home run. Speaking of home runs, here's Matt Carpenter. He hit one last night. Carpenter has been a pleasant surprise for the Yankees, hitting 309 with 14 home runs. It'll be a 1-0 to Carpenter, and that curveball drops in there for a strike. Nice pitch by Scherzer, count 1-1. Tutto grazie, paesano, grazie. 6 meals a day, fat-free protein shakes, and I do a dozen of eggs, a few pounds of lean beef, lean chicken daily, no alcohol, no sugar, and no caffeine. See, I live on caffeine. Checked a swing, didn't matter, it was a strike anyway. And the count is 1-2. Tutto's a beast, but I live on caffeine. One thing I'll say about caffeine is an appetite suppressant. It's a stimulant. It actually helps you burn calories, not a noticeable amount, but it does help burn a little extra. 1-2, swung on a miss, strike 3 as Carpenter swings through a breaking pitch in the inside corner. So Scherzer looks dominant. There's 2 away here in the Yankee second. Also, capsaicin is another one. Capsaicin is found in hot peppers, cayenne pepper, hot sauce, which I love. Again, burns a little bit. Nothing you're going to notice. It's not like you're going to eat hot sauce and lose 40 pounds in a week, but it does help stimulate fat loss a little bit. What's going on, Chua Lore? Thank you for being here, guys, girls. Appreciate that. Dire Giants fan, what's going on, my good man? He says, spike that like. It's great advice. It's free and easy to do. He's the same thing with me, Brendan. I get a headache if I don't drink enough caffeine. It's because I'm addicted to it. Here's Donaldson. Just might as well count the out. He takes a strike. Josh Donaldson been the biggest disappointment on the Yankees. I'm not even talking about Gallo. Gallo is what he is. You can expect that. Donaldson hitting 225, 9 homers, pitch, and it's low. Count 1-1. Yeah, Duran, you obviously read way too much. Eric, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. There's a rumor 2 teams want Joey Gallo, San Diego, and Texas. We'll see if we can get anything for him, but he will not be here. He will not be here. The end of the trade deadline, I can tell you that. Duran, I'm going to tell you this. You know what? You know what's bad for the kidneys? Fat, being overweight. That's what's bad for the kidneys. That's what's bad for your entire body. People like, oh, high sodium, caffeine, aspartame, pitches outside 3-1. This. Stop reading about that stuff. Bad food is bad. Fried food, not good for you. French fries, hamburgers, potato chips, Oreos, that type of crap, that ain't good for you. None of that's good for you. Don't worry about sodium. Don't worry about aspartame. When bodybuilders 3-1 eat this stuff, Donaldson hits another weak pop-up on a 3-1 pitch. So the Yankees had 2 3-1 pitches, and both Gleyber and Donaldson overswing and hit extremely weak pop-ups. The Yankees go 1-2-3 in their half of the second. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. So people do that all the time, though. Well, I read this is bad for you. And they think, oh, I'm going to drink apple cider vinegar. That's good, man. Eat it. Listen, calories in, calories out. It's really that simple. You don't need to go to the level that I do where you measure macros and take in about 40 grams of fat a day and 280 grams of protein. You don't need to do that. I'm a lunatic, man. I'm insane, okay? There's something wrong with me. But if you want to lose weight, it's simple. It's calories in, calories out. Exercise and eat right, and you'll get in shape. It really is that simple. The problem is too many people overthink it. And they're like, oh, I'm going to have this because this is good for you. And not realizing that they don't read that it's 250 calories a serving. And before you know it, they're like, oh, yeah, healthy fats. Peanut butter is healthy fat. I'm going to put, 4 tablespoons of peanut butter on my sandwich. And I have a 750 calorie sandwich. 750 calories is what I eat for breakfast and lunch. So it's combined. So, like I said, some people overthink fitness. You really don't need to overthink it. It really is simple. But a lot of people, they want to talk about antioxidants and nitrates and preservatives. And listen, man, with what I'm doing, I'll listen to guys like Noel Deitzel, Greg Doucette, Jeff Cavalier. Jeff Cavalier, don't believe everything Jeff Cavalier says kills your gains, but I believe those guys, Jim Stepani, those guys are next level fitness. If they're doing it, I feel like I can do it too. See, Mitchell, I don't think the Yankees are in big trouble at all. Janice, what's going on, my lady? Thank you for being here. The Yankees just starting playing well. It happens. Dire Giants fan, thank you for being a member for 42 months. One of the longest running members on my channel, 3.5 years. You have to make a 4-year emoji. I'm going to think of a 4-year emoji because Dire Giants fan is going to be here in 6 months. He says, hopefully DJ has a supportive staff to succeed. But bottom line, the 6 inches between the ears is what needs to massively improve into tangible results. I hope we don't get stuck in quarterback hell. You're absolutely right, Dire Giants fan. That is exactly where Daniel Jones fails. It is the 6 inches between the ears. It's gray matter between his ears. Physically, he's good enough to do it. Mentally, he's got to get there. Punkum, what's up, my man? Thank you for being here. Greg, unfortunately, I don't think there is a diet that's going to make those guys good. They can be on the best diet in the world. Like, I'm on a pretty good diet. I couldn't hit a fastball to save my life. I wouldn't be able to hit the ball off a tee. Count is 1-1. There is Pete Alonso, obviously a big Yankee fan growing up. 2002, look how young Pete was. I was 26 in 2002. Thanks for making me feel old, Pete. 1-1. That's gone. So Herman hangs a curveball, and that it's hit the top of the. Nope, it is gone. Hit the fence behind the ball. 1-0 Mets. Horrible pitch by Herman, hanging breaking ball, and the Mets go up 1-0. So just expect that. Expect a lot of that tonight, Yankee fans. Hot Take Hockey, what's up, legend? How you doing, my friend? Hockey season not too far off. Hopefully for you, my friend, the Leafs can get the hell out of the first round of the playoffs. So just an absolutely awful pitch. This is a home run derby fastball that Herman just threw there, and he knew it immediately. That ball didn't get out as far as I thought it would when he hit it, but there was no doubt he hit it hard. 1-0 Mets. And here is Daniel Vogelbach. Well, 1 outside, 1-1. Domingo Herman is awful. But like I've said last night in Chris's stream, I think the fact the Yankees have a 12-game lead in their division, they're just kind of testing this guy out to see if he has anything before they DFA him, which will be designated for assignment. Probably on that track as Herman. He will not be I guarantee he's not with the Yankees next month. Maybe trying to include him in a trade for something. He won't be here. He will not be here, and Montgomery will not be in the starting rotation in the playoffs. Those are two things you can bank on. The Yankees are going to go out and get a pitcher. Vogelbach fouls it away, 1-2. The Mets lead 1-0 on the strength of Polar Bear Pete's solo shot. I like Pete Alonso, man. He looks exactly the same as he did when he was a kid. The 1-2. That breaking ball bends outside, 2-2 to Vogelbach. Yeah, Sky Herman's terrible. I really don't know what to say. He's a bad pitcher. I mean, he shouldn't even be here. Even the year he won all those games, it's not like he was dominant. The 2-2, low, 3-2. Greg, it's a great question, bud. I wish I could tell you. And Duhar should be playing third base. Donaldson's a trash can. And Florial should be in center field. There's no reason that Aaron Hicks should have got 7 years. And Vogelbach ends up walking. So Herman goes 1-2 and then throws 3 straight out of the zone. And Vogelbach walks and a 1-out runner. Herman probably won't get out of the third inning tonight. I'll be surprised if he does. And that'll bring up Marcana. Goose, what's up, buddy? My first ever member on the channel. Actually, with the way it's listed, it might have been Cool Drummer. I don't know. I still think Goose was, though. What's going on, Goose? How you doing, buddy? Our Yankees are struggling, my man. They are struggling big time. I don't know if anybody could bat Vogelbach's weight. I guess, Ty Cobb did it one year. Ted Williams, they batted over 400. I wish Gallo could hit his weight. What's Gallo weigh? You think about 230? Kill for that. 5 straight out of the zone for Herman. 1-0 to Karner. Mets with 1 on. Nobody out. 1 in here in the bottom of the second. Sears probably should be pitching, Joel. I mean, I don't know why they give Herman the nod. That was a good pitch. Karner swings over the top of the breaking ball. It counts 1-1. I can tell you this. The Yankees give up another run. It's probably curtains. You're not going to score a lot off Max Scherzer. So what's going on, Keith? Thank you for being here. Yeah, we're going to miss Stanton for a while because it means that Donaldson has to be in the lineup, which I hate. Pitch. That was a good breaking ball, and umpire says he went around. I don't think that was a strike, but I think that he said Karner committed to it. Counts 1-2. Yeah, Mike, we need Luis Castillo really bad. And yeah, Martin, it sucks that Stanton's hurt. Hopefully he's only on the IL for 10 days. That damn tendonitis is a bitch, though. 1-2. It's low, 2-2. And again, as a guy that's older and works out, man, I can tell you I've had tendonitis and a lot. Elbow tendonitis hurts like hell. Biceps tendonitis, Achilles tendonitis. It hurts, man. When your tendons get inflamed, it's all nerves. So it hurts like a son of a bitch. Hopefully, but Stanton's got all kinds of treatment, so hopefully he can recover quickly. Braves lost today, so the Mets have a chance to gain a game on Atlanta. Yankees will certainly help them out with Herman on the mound. The 2-2. Karner swings and drills it in the air to center field. Judge back, and actually it's going to be Hicks in the middle of the warning track, making the catch in left field. Karner gave it a ride, but it comes up a bit short. Look at how big Judge is. One away here in the Mets second. And then I'll bring up the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. Don't trust the Yankees lineup against good pitching. Me neither, Greg. Me neither. But hopefully they go out and they get a guy like Andrew Benintendi that'll certainly help them out. Yeah, we could use a double play for sure. Yankees just need run support. Well, Yankees need a lot more than that. The Yankees need a decent another outfielder. That pitch is swung on and missed. Good curveball by Herman. And the count is 0-1. 1 out, 1 on, 1 in for the Mets. They lead 1-0. McNeil had a big hit last night in the 8th inning when the Yankees got behind 3-1. I don't know why Abreu threw him a fastball right down the middle of the plate with second and third and 2 outs. I still don't understand that, but at the end, it didn't matter. McNeil takes low, and the count is 1-1. Yeah, Brendan, it's weak when the bottom 4 tonight are Donaldson, Hicks, Karner, Falefa, and Higashioka. That is not a good 6 through 9 at all. I mean, think about it. Jeff McNeil's hitting around 300, and he's hitting 7th with the Mets. So just tells you the difference in the lineups. Pitch ripped, and it's going to hang up. Nice catch by Carpenter. Throw back to first is not in time. A good job there by Carpenter. Dashy, thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate you, my good man. Raise a glass. He says the Reds need to forget about last night. The Reds need to forget about this season. At this point, Dashy, it has been a long season for the Reds. Ian Happ is also not bad, Greg. He is also not bad. What's going on, Mike? Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it. Michael Davis, what's up? We do need Jesus, brother. We need something. That was pretty good, Benjamin. I'm sure Mr. Guzzo will be here tonight. Best player in baseball right now, Aaron Judge. I think Aaron Judge is the best player in baseball right now, honestly. When you're talking about everything, you're talking about hitting for average, hitting for power, fielding your position, being able to run the bases. If it's not Judge, he's right near the top of the list. Usually I say Trout, but I don't really know what Trout's doing. Trout never healthy. 0-1 curveball, not a good location, but taken for a strike by Escobar. The count's 0-2. Escobar had a big home run in the first inning last night, hitting .219 with 12 homers, 41 driven in for the Mets third baseman. Better than our third baseman, I can tell you that. It'll be an 0-2 to Escobar. 2 outs, 1 on. Bottom of the second. Pitch. Swung on and fouled away. Again, too much of the plate on that 0-2 curveball by Herman. You want to bounce that up there if possible. You don't want to give him a pitch to hit. Keith Conklin says Vogelbox on PEDs. What's that? Performance-enhancing donuts? I think that might be the PEDs Vogelbox on. Performance-enhancing donuts. 0-2. Swung and a miss. Strike 3. So good comeback by Herman in that inning. But the Mets do get a run on a hit. They leave one. The run accounted for by off the bat of Polar Bear Pete Alonso with a solo shot. We'll go to the top of the third. The Mets lead the Yankees 1-0. Yeah, Judge is up there, Bobby. There's no doubt about that. Thank you guys and girls for being here. I appreciate it. Yankee fans, Mets fans, I appreciate you being here no matter what. If you are new to the channel, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up. That helps me out huge. It's free. Hit that subscribe button. Why not? Especially if you're a Yankees fan or a Giants fan. I do one Yankee game a week, try to do some more Yankee content, but Giants content is going to be coming hot and heavy. A lot of videos for the Giants, a lot of live streams. We live stream with Giants games as well. We also do a Giants talk show every week, so make sure you subscribe. I know there's some Mets fans that are Giants fans. A lot of Yankee fans are Giants fans. That's usually how it goes. But subscribe to the channel, man. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything to hit the thumbs up. Appreciate you being here. And Yankee fans, could be a long night against Max Scherzer. What do we got? We got 115 likes. We got 221 in the house. I appreciate you being here. Let's go. YouTube keeps telling me to add a commercial into my live stream. I'm not doing that. Wouldn't be Tyler Van Dyke. It would be CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, or Will Levis. Certainly wouldn't be Tyler Van Dyke. Gabba, thank you for hitting that thumbs up. I appreciate it, my man. Mike, yes, that's an overreaction. It's definitely an overreaction. I'm not going to say that our red zone offense is better than it was in the last 2 years in the first day of training camp, especially when Daniel Jones threw an interception in the red zone earlier today. I want to see what they do on the field when it counts. Give them a month, and then I think after 4 games, I'll be able to decide what this team is, but I really don't know what they are going into the year. I understand the reason for hope and optimism. Giants have been terrible for the last 5 years, and obviously with a new GM, new head coach, and a new offensive coordinator that have had success in their previous teams and previous quarterbacks, you hope that translates to the Giants, but we're still the Giants, and those players still have to do their job. So it'll be the bottom of the order for the Yankees. 7-8-9, Hicks, IKF, and Kyle Higashioka. Kyle Higashioka, the type of guy that'll take Scherzer deep. As Hicks swings at the first pitch and fouls a fastball back, count 0-1. Mets lead 1-0. I'm telling you, man, it's always weird things like that. I forgot the guy was not a good hitter, but he owned Tom Seaver. I'm not saying Higashioka owns Max Scherzer, but that's the type of guy, it's like Scherzer might let up and Higashioka hits a home run type of thing that'll happen. And Hicks somehow finds some turf. That ball was up there for a long time, but going back on it was McNeil, and coming in was Nimmo, and neither one of them could get to it. Just kind of fell in the Bermuda Triangle. So Hicks is out in the leadoff single for the Yanks. Mr. 30-30, who has 6 homers and 9 steals. I don't know what the hell 30-30 he was talking about. Why do I not hate the Cowboys? Christopher Barnhart, where the hell have you been? I can't stand the Cowboys. What do you mean, why don't I hate the Cowboys? I freaking can't stand Dallas. So here's IKF. Yankees might want to think about hitting and running here. You got to do something against Scherzer. I know they made some out in the base paths last night, but that curveball's in there for a strike. Count is 0-1. I mean, you got to try to find a way to manufacture runs off of Scherzer. It's not like you're going to bat him around the ballpark. So, yeah, the Cowboys do stink. It'll be an 0-1 here to IKF. Scherzer deals with a high set, and IKF checked to swing, but he went around. The count's 0-2. Bobby, I'm going to be honest, bud. I hope that the Yankees have some opportunities with runners in scoring position against Scherzer. Giants do need to kick the Eagles' butt. That's a fact. I hate the freaking Eagles, too. It'll be an 0-2. I hate the Eagles more than any team. Red Sox, Cowboys right there with them. IKF didn't mean to. Checked a swing and fouled it away. Count remains 0-2. Mike Trout has a pretty rare back condition. Trout has follow-up appointment with spine surgeon. See what I mean? Trout's always hurt. Trout's going to be what could have been. He's going to be what could have been. Thank you for dropping a link to my fitness channel, Dire Giants fan. I appreciate that. Like I said, if you guys want to talk about fitness, go over to that channel because that's what I talk about on that channel in particular. 0-2 outside, 1-2. I also do some reaction videos, and I give you some positive affirmation, pretty much let you know that you can do it. If I can get in shape, anybody can get in shape. One, two. IKF pops it up. Another weak pop-up. Coming in a few steps in center is Nimmo, makes the catch, and there's one away here in the Yankees second. And that'll bring up Kyle Higashioka. Yeah, Bobby, that's why he's not the best player in baseball. But yeah, he's a Hall of Famer, but Trout may never be he may never be a good player again. Your back goes, you're done. Ask Don Mattingly. I mean, Mattingly didn't make the Hall of Fame because of his back. Now, Trout's already got the numbers. Trout will be a Hall of Famer. He doesn't need to play another game for the rest of his career, and he's a Hall of Famer. But the bad back zapped Mattingly of all of his power. Mattingly was never the same player after that, so that could easily happen to Trout, who the Angels owe still a ton of money to. 13 years, $430 million as Higashioka swings through a fastball. And the count is 0-1. 1 on, 1 out, top of the third. Mets lead 1-0. Tutto, grazie, paisano, grazie. Baddog and I have very different nutrition and workout sessions, routines for different purposes. We grind and breathe for the daily battle. Wake up every morning to crash O-line pocket with an exclamation point. Italiano. Damn right, Tutto. But that's what I'm saying. Everybody's workout regimen is different. You're obviously a lot bigger than me at 6'4", 245. Me being 6', 167. Yes, I am not working out as a professional athlete. I am just working out to get in shape. That is it. To be as lean as I can be. To look like a bodybuilder. That's really what my goal is. The 0-2 to Higashioka. Scherzer set, long set, kicks and deals, and it bounced up there. Throw over to first, and just getting back is Aaron Hicks. Nito tried to catch him sleeping over there, and Hicks just got in. Polish American, I have no idea what he does. He makes a lot of outs. Yes, I'm 167 pounds. I weigh between like 165 and 168 every morning, so I just say I'm like 167. That's pretty close. It'll be a 1-2. The pitch. Swung on and hit in the air to center, not deep, actually coming in a long way and making a diving catch. Eyewash. Marte made a nice running catch. Did not need to slide. That's eyewash, as David Cohn says, just trying to make themselves get on ESPN. No reason for it to slide. If he would have just kept running, he would have caught the ball. I've never understood why they do this. They make it more difficult than it has to be. He did not need to slide. If he continues to run, he probably catches that about belt high. LA Lou, what's going on? Thank you for being here. Let's hope the Giants got the offensive line right. Browns fans are the worst. I don't know who the worst fans are. Eagles fans are up there. There's a lot of good Eagle fans on YouTube. I work with a lot of them. I have respect for those Eagle fans, but Eagle fans are bad. Bad group. Cowboys fans are as fair weather as it gets. I mean, they're from all over. They're from all over the place. If they're good, they have fans. If they're bad, you would never find a Cowboy fan outside of Texas. Yes, Jim Edmonds. Yes, Greg. Jim Edmonds did that all the time. Enzo, what's going on, buddy? Jordan Candido, thank you for being here. The Raiders might be, well, my brother-in-law's a Raiders fan. Raiders are going to be good this year. That AFC West is loaded. It'll be a 1-0 to DJ. He swings and lines a base hit to center field. I just love it. Such a pretty swing. DJ LeMahieu just taking the pitch down the middle, right back up the middle, a lot like Pete Alonso did last night. It's just a good piece of hitting. So the Yankees have a 2-out rally in the third, and then I'll bring up our guy, Aaron Judge. Yankee fans on their feet trying to make some noise at Citi Field. Shout out to that kid with the big nose. Shout out Big Nose Crew. Got a big nose. A big shout out to the European noses in the chat and in the world. Let's go European nose. Shout out to the Roman beaks out there. Look at this beautiful thing. Big and bad here. Yankees need some runs. Yankees need a big hit. Can Judge deliver? Scherzer deals. Judge takes a massive rip and misses a pitch that almost hit the dirt, and the count's 0-1. Citi Field is gorgeous, Bobby. Well, from what I see on TV, I've not had the pleasure of visiting this park yet. Judge in Major League Baseball, the only guy he's behind, I believe, for RBIs is Pete Alonso, who drove in number 84 tonight. It'll be an 0-1. Dominic, thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate it. What kind of cardio do I recommend? I really don't recommend any kind of cardio. You do cardio that you're going to stick with. You can jog if you'd like. You can walk. Walking is fine. Swimming, biking, any of it is good as long as it's something you enjoy doing and will do it on a consistent basis. Judge takes a pitch down low and the count's 1-1. Good eye by Judge. But that'd be my suggestion, Dominic, is do one that you can do on a consistent basis. Because if you hate running, don't run. You're not going to do it. But if you like swimming and you can swim, go out and swim. Or if you do like running, go running. If you don't like biking, don't bike. If you like to bike, just do things that you're going to enjoy. That way you'll do them more frequently. 1-1 to Judge. That one is swung on and missed. Scherzer has not even come close to throwing this guy a fastball. Mets fans on their feet looking for the strikeout. A lot of juice in the park here at Citi Field. I love it, man. A playoff atmosphere between two of the best teams in baseball, and they both happen to play in the city of New York. It'll be a 1-2 to Aaron Judge. Runners lead off first and second, top of third. Pitch. Judge takes low. Good take by Judge. Scherzer continues to throw that slider down under the knees, and the count's even at 2-2. Yeah, if you like I said, whatever you enjoy doing, and that goes for weightlifting, any kind of weightlifting, whatever you like to do for exercise, there is no bad exercise. The only bad exercise is no exercise. As long as you're doing something is always better than nothing. Obviously, the harder you work, the quicker you'll see results, but it's all about being consistent. You take the weight off slowly, you're doing it the right way, you're going to continue to live your life like that. Crash diets don't work because you can't sustain it. 2-2. Judge swings and misses, strike three. So Scherzer threw 5 sliders down and out of the strike zone, and the Yankees are retired in their half of the third. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. We've played 2.5. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Mets lead 1-0. Zach Attack, thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate you very much. He says, if the Yankees are serious about winning a title, we go all in. We need another pitcher and at least 1 or 2 position hitters. We can't waste this year, man. Zach, I completely agree with you, buddy. There is no way we can waste it. We have got to go for it. We haven't been to the World Series in 13 years. And if we're going to get by the Astros and we're going to get by the Mets or the Dodgers or the Braves or whoever we face in the NL, if we do get by the Astros, I agree with you. We need a pitcher like Luis Castillo, and we have to go out there and get a guy like Ian Happ or Andrew Benintendi to go in the outfield. No question. Gallo needs to get off this team. I wish there was a place that they could just stick Josh Donaldson. But I agree. The Yankees definitely need to go for it, Zach. So. Yeah, LA Lou, I don't think Scherzer outside of 1 pitch hit the strike zone in that at bat. I think he made Judge chase. And Judge did. I mean, Judge swung a lot of pitches out of the zone. Scherzer did not throw him 1 fastball that at bat. Just a bunch of breaking stuff. Hurts stinks. Yeah, I agree. Hurts stinks. Send Donaldson to the commode, I wish. Mike, the Yankees leave men on base better than anybody in baseball. Something they do. When the Yankees are winning games, they're getting hits in those situations. And like they've had this bad stretch where they've lost whatever it is, 8 out of 12 or something like that. They have consistently left the village on the base paths and made mistakes in the field and on the bases. You're not going to win baseball games like that. So there's something that they have certainly done during this bad stretch of baseball, unfortunately. What is going on, Nish? Thank you. And she says, go Mets. So like I said, Mets fans are more than welcome. And I got no issues with the Mets or Mets fans at all. I mean, obviously, I want the Yankees to freaking win. I'm getting a little sick and tired of the losings becoming a little bit too frequent here. We really didn't have to deal with it at all in the first half. But, the Yankees were, 62-23, and now they're 66-32. Like, they are certainly in a funk. It'll be an 0-1 here to Nito. It'll be 9-1-2. Nito, Nemo, and Marte. Herman deals, and Nito fouls it off, and the count's 0-2. The Mets lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. The 1 run on a solo shot by Polar Bear Pete. If you're a baseball fan, there's no way you do not like Pete Alonso. It'll be an 0-2. What's up, Irish Rover? How you doing, buddy? Neil Beetle, what's up? Let's go Yankees indeed, man. We need some runs. Pitch. Swung on and hit in the air. It's going to be a gapper, and it's going to get down and go to the wall. Another horrendous 0-2 pitch by Domingo Germán. And as I've said a million times, in 96, 98, when you had Cone and Wells, if you gave up a hit on an 0-2 pitch, you got fined. It's just inexcusable. It's terrible baseball. It's a pitch right down the middle of the plate. You got a guy 0-2 that is hitting a solid 210, and you give up a gap double on a horrible 0-2 pitch, terrible location, terrible baseball by the New York Yankees. And that is what it is. That's why you would have got fined back in the day, because you do not throw a pitch right down the middle on 0-2. You got the batter at your mercy. You try to expand the strike zone, especially on a number 9 hitter. That just magnifies it by 10. That'll bring up Brandon Nimmo. Again, the Yankees continue to make poor decisions and do just dumb things. Low IQ baseball for the Yankees in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that, my good man, from the Show Me State, St. Louis, Missouri. I don't know what's going on here. They got some guys in the phones, and I really don't know what's going on here. Ugh. Boston continues to just... What the hell is Boston doing? The last place Boston Red Sox. Say it with me, Yankee fans. Why are Boston wearing those terrible yellow jerseys? Is there any Red Sox fans in here? If you're a Red Sox fan, you just happen to be in here, what do you think of those yellow jerseys, man? Those are terrible. The Red Sox, they're the Red Sox. What the hell are they wearing bright yellow jerseys for? That's terrible. I can't imagine one Red Sox fan likes those. Those are horrible. All that tradition in Boston, and you're gonna show up in those uniforms? That pitch is fouled away. And the count is 0-1 to Brandon Nimmo. I do not know what the pause was for there, the timeout. Nimmo's 0 for 1, hitting .262 with 9 homers. They're horrible. Pitch popped up, got in the kitchen. Donaldson at third makes the catch, and there's one away. That was a good pitch by Germán. Got inside and got him right in off the hands. On an early April day, that hurts like hell, but when it's 80 degrees out, it's perfect. It doesn't hurt as much. I have never heard pivot of bussing with the boys. I've never heard of that, Jeff. Well, low instinct, to be fair, the Astros beat us twice, so we were losing before they started losing. They do look like the UCLA Bruins. I don't like them. The 1-0 inside. I'm sorry, it's 1-0 now to Starling Marte. Marte struck out his first at bat, having a nice year for the Mets, hitting right around 300 with 10 homers. He had a home run last night. Francisco Lindor awaits on deck. Tomas Nido takes his lead off second with 1 out in the bottom of the third. Mets 1, Yanks nothing. Germán deals. Swung on and fouled back. Count 1-1. I'll tell you, Sandra, I have no idea what the hell the Red Sox are doing in the infield. That looked like the Bad News Bears. That was pretty bad. It'll be a 1-1 to Nimmo. And the pitch. Swung on and grounded foul outside of third, and the count's 1-2. Domingo Germán up to 42 pitches through 2 1/3 innings here. Germán has 6 swings and misses tonight and 5 in a season debut. So obviously stuff's better. The 1-2 Swung on a miss. Filthy slider. Marte now twice has chased a pitch way out of the strike zone. Marte must not be seeing the ball well out of Domingo Germán's hands because this isn't close. Marte is usually a little bit more disciplined than that, but he missed that one by a mile. He couldn't have hit that pitch with the Sequoia. So there's 2 away here in the Mets second. Nito still at second. And that'll bring up Francisco Lindor. Lindor struck out his first at bat. Yankees trail 1-0 in the bottom of the third. And obviously, when Max Scherzer's on the mound, runs are going to be in limited supply for the Yankees. You have got to shut the Mets down. Cannot allow any extra runs. Got to try to keep it a 1-0 and maybe scratch together something against Scherzer. Lindor took a good swing at a high fastball and fouled it straight back. It counts 0-1. Peter, I don't think the Yankees would do that. I don't think Soto's going to be a Yankee, but I would give up Volpe and Dominguez for Soto in the blink of an eye. I wouldn't even question it. We have no idea what Volpe or Dominguez is at the major league level. We absolutely know what Juan Soto is at the major league level at 23 years old. And a guy like that in Yankee Stadium, I can only imagine what he would do. He's not even in his prime yet. That pitch is low and the count's 1-1. And think about it, Volpe, Juan Soto's not much older than Anthony Volpe. So think about where Soto is already and think about where Volpe is. I'm doing it in a heartbeat. But the Yankees aren't going to get Juan Soto. Like a lot of people have said, I don't think Soto will get traded this year. The Yankees will make a trade, though. I foresee a guy like Andrew Benintendi or Ian Happ coming here. It'll be a 1-1 to Lindor. Nito leads, pitch, swung on and popped up outside of third. That will reach the seats as Donaldson gives it a look. It counts 1-2 to Francisco Lindor. Germán's got the shirt all the way out, well, halfway unbuttoned the uniform. There is Polar Bear Pete, responsible for the lone run of the game so far. 0-2-0 for the Yanks, 1-2-0 for the Mets. Guy in the upper deck with the Lindor shirt right next to, I don't know what she was wearing. It'll be a 1-2 and the pitch. Good take by Lindor. The pitch bounced up there. It counts 2-2. Edit, how can I be the man when you demand? Yeah, Greg, exactly. We don't know what they're going to be. Volpe could be great. He could be nothing. He could be Andy Stankiewicz for all we know. It'll be a 2-2 here to Francisco Lindor. Mets lead 1-0. Tomas Nido leads off a second. The pitch swung on and ripped in. That will get down for a hit. Carpenter double clutches. He's going to throw home. He has no arm, and it's 2-0 Mets. So this one is pretty much history, guys. I don't see the Yankees getting more than 2 off of Scherzer tonight. Mets going to break out the brooms on the Yanks. Carpenter's playing right field. Carpenter is not an outfielder. Usually, your right fielder has the strongest arm of all your outfielders, and Carpenter has an infielder's arm playing right field. So even with the catcher running on 2 outs, Carpenter had absolutely no. That looked like me throwing the ball into the infield. So 2-0 Mets. And another bad pitch by Domingo Germán, right down the middle of the plate. And here is Pete Alonso. He homered his first at bat in a hanging breaking ball. Pitch, inside fastball, and the count's 1-0. Well, Sky, I mean, I just don't. I don't know if the Yankees can give Washington enough to get Soto. Pete Alonso leads the major leagues with 84 RBIs, hitting .282 with 28 homers. The pitch, he pops it straight up in the air. Home run in a silo. Higashioka and DJ LeMahieu coming in to make the catch. And that will retire the side. But the Mets get a huge insurance run. 1 run, 2 hits. Big 2-out hit by Francisco Lindor. We've played 3 full innings. We'll go to the top of the 4th. The Mets 2 and the Yankees nothing. Epps, they haven't developed young players. That's why I said I would take Soto in a heartbeat. That's Mike Gorga. You're exactly right, buddy. That is exactly it. You know, the Mets get the big 2-out hit, and the Yankees have the bases loaded, nobody out, and they don't score. That is exactly the difference. It's a difference between winning and losing. Little things like that. But the Yankees haven't done that in a couple of weeks. Well, Greg, I think they'd be more willing to pay Soto for the simple fact of this. Aaron Judge is 30. Juan Soto is 23. If you give Juan Soto a 10-year deal at this point, it gets him to 33. You give Aaron Judge a 10-year deal, he's 40 by the time that ends. So that's the problem. You know, if you give Judge an 8-year deal, he's 38 by the time the contract is over. If you give Soto an 8-year deal, he's just coming out of his prime. So you get the best years of Juan Soto. You might get 2 or 3 great years from Judge, but obviously as he gets older, he's going to fall off. But if the Yankees don't get Juan Soto, they're going to have to pay Aaron Judge. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't think Judge will get $400 million, but you never know. You know. Devontae, the prime of a Major League Baseball's player career is usually 27 to 32. Those are their prime years. Now, some guys obviously are the exception to the rule. There's guys that can play well into their 30s and they can still be extremely effective, but you got to take into consideration the type of hitter they are. Judge is a big man, you know, so obviously there's going to be a lot of taxation on his body. Big guys have feet problems, ankle problems, knee problems as they get older. You know, a guy like DJ LeMahieu, who doesn't swing for the fences, is not an overly big guy, should be okay into his late 30s. But a guy like Judge, who has dealt with some injury issues, you don't know. But the Yankees are going to do everything they can to keep him. I don't think they're just going to say, we're not going to make an effort. We play here in the top of the 4. 2 quick strikes to Anthony Rizzo. It'll be Rizzo, Gleyber, and Matt Carpenter for the Yanks. They trail 2-0. The 0-2 bounced up there, 1-2. Thomas, good question. I mean, if the Yankees don't win a World Series this year or make it, or they fall short to get knocked out in the ALDS, perhaps Cashman does go. It was a weak fly ball by Rizzo, and there's one away. Yankees hitting a lot of lazy fly balls tonight off Max Scherzer. Scherzer continues to mow them down, and that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. He popped up in the first. 2-0 Mets as you play here in the top of the 4th. Oh, 400 for Soto? Well, they'd have to give him more than that unless he wanted to split up the contract because he turned down 440. What's with the flyouts? Yankees trying to hit home runs, Bobby, as they normally do. The 1-0 to Gleyber takes a gigantic swing and cues it off the end of the bat foul. The count's 1-1. Gleyber over swinging again down to one knee. Glaber's in one of those funks right now where he's trying to hit everything out of the ballpark. And he does that a lot. He gets home run happy. He starts trying to jerk everything out of the park. He opens up and hits a weak fly ball. Just like that. But that's going to go foul. And the count is 1-2. As soon as you open up your hips and your hand, as soon as you fly open like that, you lost all your power. As soon as your hands get out in front of you and your hips open, you're done. You have no power left. It'll be a 1-2, and the pitch to Gleyber swung on in line. Nice catch over there at third. He hit it hard, but Escobar right there, 2 away. I actually didn't hit it hard, just 83 miles an hour off the bat. So a humpback line drive off the end of the bat. Thank you, LA Lou. Yeah, Chris, been about 20 games for the Yankees. Even maybe, probably, 15, maybe 15. Goes back to the Red Series, I would say, where the Yankees started to struggle. So maybe 15 or so. For about 3 weeks, they've been playing pretty bad. Pitch popped up. Big golf swing, and coming in and making the catch on an easy weak fly ball is Mark Canha. Yankees go down weakly in their half of the fourth. A quick 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Game's over. Mets lead 2-0. Yankees won't score a run tonight. Scherzer's going to go 7, 8 maybe. The Yankees have gotten home run happy because they're struggling to score runs, and now they're all pressing. So it's always good to have 2 or 3 guys get hot in the lineup at the same time. You don't want them all hot at the same time because then they all go cold at the same time. But when you're struggling to score runs like the Yankees, everybody starts trying to do too much, and they forget what winning baseball is about. And that's exactly what the Yankees have done the last 3 weeks here. They are starting to press, probably feeling the Astros and Dodgers breathing down their neck for the best record in baseball. And now they're trying to do a little bit too much instead of just doing what got them to be the best team in baseball. And that's having good at-bats, taking pitches. The Yankees have been over-anxious tonight again and taking the ball back up the middle and just trying to make solid contact. They haven't done it. Not in the last few weeks. Also, the fielding has been really bad. Josh Johnson's made a couple of bad errors that have really cost the Yankees. And they're just, like I said, the Yankees just bad. It's been bad baseball. So, might as well eat. There you go. Mike Gallo will go someplace. The Yankees aren't going to get much for him, but I guess the Padres and Rangers both have interest in Gallo. It'll probably be a minor league or maybe some cash considerations, but Gallo will not be a Yankee. I'll be very surprised if he is. Oh, Raj, I mean, like I said, when the Yankees were winning a lot of games, when the Yankees were 62-23, they were doing those things. They were doing the little things to win games. Right now, they're not doing anything. They're not doing any of the little things. They're not doing the fundamental things to win baseball games. They squander opportunities. They make mistakes in the field. They're swinging for the fences. You got guys like Domingo Germán who are hanging 0-2 breaking balls and giving up hits on 0-2 pitches. Things like that. Last night, Abreu throwing a 3-1 fastball right down the middle to Jeff McNeil when first base was open with 2 outs. It made no sense. Things like that. Little things like that. Here is Vogelbach. He walked his first at bat. Germán is throwing 6 straight out of the zone to Vogelbach, and Vogelbach swings and hits it in the air to center field for a base hit. Right in front of Judge. So Vogelbach on with a leadoff single. Obviously, he was a big, and I don't know, I guess the pun is intended. He was a big Cubs prospect back in about 2011. The Blue Jays, who have won 8 in a row, are down to the Cardinals 1-0. Yes, Gabriel. I think Vogelbach definitely does not skimp on the hamburgers. Bodo, what's up, buddy? How you doing, my good man? He says the Dodgers bounce back today. And Duhar would be it should be a replacement at third for Donaldson, in my opinion, Andrew. Donaldson's trash. That pitcher's low, but called a strike. The count is 0-1 here to Mark Canha. 2-0 Metropolitans as we play here in the bottom of the fourth. Mets with their leadoff hitter on. That was Daniel Vogelbach. It'll be an 0-1 to Canha. The pitch low and outside, 1-1. Yeah, Dean, this is a big game for the Mets. I mean, the Yankees have quite the cushion in the AL East. The Braves, the Mets got off to a great start. The Braves struggled, and then the Mets kind of ran into a little bit of a hiccup like the Yankees are now. The Braves got hot, and the Braves closed the gap. Obviously, the big 5-game series, the Braves coming up, I believe, next weekend. I believe Thursday that starts, and that should be really fun. Even as a Yankee fan, I'll definitely be keeping my eye on the Mets-Braves series. It should be a good one for sure. Pitches outside, 2-1. And Herman deals low, 3-1. So Herman, very wild to start the 4th inning here. He was 2-0 to Vogelbach. He is now 3-1 to Mark Canha. Domingo Herman up to 59 pitches already. The 3-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Canha must have been looking for the fastball because it was not a good location there. Right down the middle of the plate. The count's full, 3-2. I don't think Vogelbach will be on the run. Buck doesn't usually play that kind of baseball. I don't know if Canha strikes out a lot or not, though. I'm not that familiar with Canha. It'll be a payoff pitch from Herman, and it is grounded weakly to third. Donaldson bare hands throws across the diamond, and he is safe. So an infield single, and the Mets have first and second with nobody out, and that'll bring up Jeff McNeil. Yeah, Jason, the Yankees can't hit quality pitching, and that's why they're going to be in trouble when they play Houston. I've said before, we talk about the Mets and we talk about the Dodgers. It ain't going to matter if the Yankees can't face one of them. They have to get by Houston. Donaldson has a very weak arm. Donaldson is a very bad third baseman. $25 million for a dude that can't field and hits 220 with no power. That was a terrible trade. The only thing I can say is it got rid of Sanchez. That was the best thing about that. But to pick up Donaldson's contract, that was ridiculous. Here is McNeil. He is 0 for 1. Herman deals, and his pitch is swung on and sliced down the line. If it's fair, it's trouble, and it is foul. Goes into the seats, and the count's 0-1. So the Mets looking for the sweep here tonight. The Yankees should be getting the bullpen ready as Herman's already up to 61 pitches. As I've said, the Yankees got such a big lead in the AL East. I think they're just looking to get Herman going, maybe think about him in long relief at some point this year, or maybe involve him in a trade. Herman will not be part of the postseason roster, that I can tell you, because he is just really not a good pitcher. It'll be an 0-1 from Herman, and the pitch, check the swing. Did he go? It looked like he did, and they say he didn't, and the count is 1-1. Yeah, Devontae, the Twins gave him that. The Yankees didn't, but the Yankees picked it up. Yeah, L.A. Lou, he's just not a good pitcher. Even when the year he won 18 games, it's not like he was overly dominant. I agree, Greg. The 1-1 sliced foul, and the count's 1-2. Jotaro Cujo says, I'm Italian. Well, welcome aboard, Paisano. Thank you for being here. Grazie, Paisano. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you all being here, guys, girls, Yankees, Mets fan, or any other baseball fan. I appreciate you hanging out with me this evening. Wanted to do a Yankee Mets. Got to do the Yankees Mets with Chris last night. Looks like the Mets are going to break out the brooms, which we kind of figured going into this game. Really didn't favor the Yankees at all. That pitch is outside 2-2. I mean, Domingo Herman against Max Scherzer. I mean, if I was a betting man, and I'm not, I mean, if I was going to bet on any baseball game, it would have been the Mets to win this one. I don't know what the spread was, but I think this was probably the easiest money one could have made betting on baseball today, was the Mets beating the Yankees. I actually should have looked that up and threw $20 on the Mets, because that would have been the easiest $20 I ever made in my life. McNeil reaches out and hits a weak fly ball to center. Judge is there. Runners will stay put. There's one away here in the Mets 4th. And then I'll bring up Eduardo Escobar. Yeah, crazy dog. I saw some highlights of the Red Sox kicking the ball around the infield. It was actually pretty funny. Like I said, say with me, Yankee fans, last place Boston Red Sox. That's okay. Bet 20, win 20. I'm fine with that, man. Winning is better than losing. I don't care if it's even money or not. Even my $20. I know what the spread was, though. The pitch swung and a miss. Good change up there. Had Escobar out in front. The count is 0-1. Mets 2, Yankees nothing. Mets with a threat here in the bottom of the 4th. They have runners at first and second with 1 out. Herman looks in for the sign, already at 66 pitches. How you doing, Ron? Escobar steps out of the box. Good, bad, or indifferent with the Yankees. I love calling baseball games. This is just my favorite thing to do. I feel like I'm a natural at this for whatever reason. The 0-1, swung on a missed. Fastball outside corner. Had good late movement. Probably the best pitch Herman's thrown tonight. The count's 0-2. There's Escobar's home run last night. A horrible pitch by Montgomery. Well, Raj, I got to be honest. The Yankee fans haven't had much to hold over the Red Sox here in the last few years. So anytime I can do that, because the Yankees have not been good in over a decade. Swung and a miss, strike 3. Escobar chased a pitch out of the strike zone. There's 2 away here in the Mets 4th. And then I'll bring up Tomas Nido, who doubled his first at bat, and a bad 0-2 pitch in the first at bat. Yeah, Bobby, I have fun. I have fun doing the Yankee games. So I was trying to do one a month, and that, I don't know if that's Blake or Boone coming out here. I think that's Matt Blake. And the Yankees must believe that there's mafia members or FBI in the, because they're covering their mouths. They don't want any lip readers. I don't know what they could be talking about. How about get the 210 hitter out? Don't throw a bad pitch to him. Dave, I don't know if the Yankees got to get 2 starters. They definitely got to go out and get a legitimate starter. Luis Castillo would be huge. Dashy, I don't know if Dashy's still in here. You're a Reds fan. What do you need for Luis Castillo? We'll give you Aaron Hicks. We'll give you Josh Donaldson and Aaron Hicks for Luis Castillo deal. You just have to pick up the contracts. Now we'll even throw in Joey Gallo. I mean, that's kind of team we are. First 48, I hope you're right. The only way I think the Yankees come back is they're going to have to get Scherzer's pitch count up because Scherzer looks pretty dominant so far. And Nido grounds it foul outside of third. The count is 0-1. The Yankees also got to get out of this. Trout doesn't intend on playing this year. Says he's 30 years old. Is a pretty rare back condition. Again, Trout is a big dude. So you play all those years being a big guy like that. He's not a tall guy, but he's just jacked. You know, he's like 230 pounds. He's a linebacker, and you're trolling center field. A lot of wear and tear on the body. Play every day in baseball. Pitch is fouled away by Nido, and the count's 0-2. Well, this is where Herman had Nido in his first at bat. And Herman threw a bad breaking ball, and Nido laced it into the gap for a double. Came around to score on Lindor's 2-out hit last inning. Yeah, Dire Giants fan, Hicks's contract is very stupid, my friend. It'll be an 0-2 to Nido. Herman kicks and deals, swung on a miss, strike 3. Much better breaking ball that time. And Dowry out of side, so Herman gets out of it. The Mets, no runs, 2 hits. They leave a 2. We've played 4. We'll go to the top of the 5th. The Yankees got to get some run, guys. It's 2-0 Mets. Bono, my good man, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. I really appreciate it. 260 in the house. Hit the like, hit the subscribe if you're new. He says, happy birthday to you. May your New York Giants finish 15-2. I wish. That'd be the greatest thing ever, Bodo, if the Giants could finish 15-2. I would be happy if the Giants finished. I know it had a rhyme, but I like it. I like that one, Bodo. I like that rhyme. We've barely won 15 games in the last 5 years, but we could win 10. I'd be happy. But yes, I see how to make it rhyme. I appreciate it, Bodo. Thank you for the birthday wish, my friend. And thank you very much for the super chat. My good man, the legendary, the GOAT, Bodo Winter. Yeah, Dire Giants fan, they gave Hicks all that money because he beat up the Red Sox that one year. He hit 9 home runs off of him. He hit 3 homers in one game on Sunday Night Baseball. I remember I was down in Florida in 2018. That happened. They gave him all that money then. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate it. Yeah, today is my actual born day. We were just celebrating it. Like I said, all the famous people celebrate their birthday on the Monday after their birthday. So I celebrate the Saturday before mine because I'm not important. Yankees got to get some runs here, man. Ain't going to be easy. We got the bottom of our order coming. We got Donaldson, Hicks, and IKF. So things not looking up. Matt, that's kind of where I think we are. Maybe 6-7 wins. A Giants fan, I can't imagine it either. What's going on with the Reds? The Reds are they're not on my screen, Dashy? Let's see. The Reds are not on my screen. Let's see if I go over here. The Reds, where the hell are they? Oh, they're winning 5-2, Dash. It's right. It's the first freaking thing on my screen. They're winning 5-2. Thank you for the birthday wishes, guys. Appreciate it. Aaron Boone's got to be saying, yeah, we suck. I mean, Max Scherzer's only throwing 47 pitches through 4 innings. So that's what I'm saying. The Yankees have been swinging at the first pitch a lot tonight, and that pitch is not swung on. It's outside, and the count is 1-0 to Josh Donaldson. Who, again, I mean, for me to say I have more faith in Aaron Hicks than any player is kind of ridiculous, but I have zero faith in Josh Donaldson to ever get a hit. He takes a breaking ball in the inside corner for a strike, and the count is 1-1. Donaldson, Hicks, and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Donaldson with a 696 OPS. That is absolutely pathetic for a guy making $25 million that plays a corner infield position. 696 OPS is the type of thing you might have for a catcher. It'll be a 2-1. Donaldson hits it in the air. Pretty well hit. Backtrack wall off the top of the wall. Donaldson is going to go into second, and he barely beat it because he sat there and watched it out of the box again. Bro, that's trash. You suck. Do not stand there and watch the ball. I can't stand when players do that. That's Gary Sanchez type of shit because they never freaking hit the ball hard. They sit there and watch it. And that play was a lot closer than it needed to be. But that was a good piece of hitting by Donaldson because he didn't try to pull the ball. I would have really been pissed off if he made out at second base. Don't pose. He don't hit the ball hard. If Aaron Judge wants to sit there and watch one or Stanton, it's different when they hit it. They're built different. When you're a guy that's hitting 220, you have to get every ounce. I don't like that. I don't like when players do that at all. Unless it's like a 460-foot homer and it's a no-doubter. It'll be a 1-0 to Hicks. Yankees got to get that running. I mean, that's a leadoff double. It's a big run for the Yankees. They got to get that run in. Hicks's job right now is just to pull the ball to the right side of the infield. See him stare at that guy? That almost got him thrown out at second base. That split second. Yes, exactly, Jackers. Hicks slices it foul down the left field line and out of play. 2-1. I will say this, though. Like I said, Aaron Hicks, your job is just to hit a ground ball to first. Obviously, anything more than that would be great. A base hit would be great. A home run would be great. A double. But at the very least, you're looking to just pull a ground ball to the right side of the infield and get that run to the third. And he does try to pull that one, but he pulls it foul, and the count's 2-2. You're right, Mike. He does not. Come on, Hicks. Just a ground ball to third, or just hit a ground ball and did a shift. It'd be nice if you hit it right where the second base umpire was. That'd be perfect. The 2-2. Hicks pops it up foul. Staying alive, 96 by Scherzer, and the count is 2-2. Hicks, the king of runners scoring position. I just want a ground ball to third. Honestly, earlier in this at bat, it might not have been a bad idea for Hicks to think about laying down a bunt. Obviously, with 2 strikes, he can't. It'll be a 2-2 pitch. Hicks takes low. Good eye by Hicks. And the count is full, 3-2. Butterfly, no. I mean, I didn't know. Chris was meeting a buddy in Manhattan. I left him the link to StreamYard at his Twitter. I said, if you can make it, great. If not, don't hurry back on my account. So maybe not. We'll see. It'll be a payoff pitch here to Aaron Hicks. Scherzer set at the face. Kicks and deals, and Hicks swings and misses at a pitch out of the strike zone. He is down on strikes. Another unproductive at bat for a Yankee hitter. And that'll bring up the shortstop, IKF. What is going on, New York man? Thank you all for being here. Yeah, a lot of times Joe Stack, that's all he gives us is a competitive at bat, but very rarely is it productive. So here is IKF. The pitch to him is in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. And again, earlier in the year when the Yankees were playing really good baseball, Hicks would have hit a ground ball to the right side and got the runner over to third, and IKF would have drove him in somehow. They would have got the run. That's what winning ball clubs do. When you're losing, you do things like Aaron Hicks did, strike out with a man at second base after a leadoff double. 0-1, and IKF fouls it back, and the count's 0-2. That is the difference. Devontae, I would kill for Hicks to be average. Hicks is well below average. He is not close to an average hitter. Well below. I would love Aaron Hicks to be average. Average in this day and age is about a 260 hitter with 15 homers. I would kill for that from him. He doesn't give us that kind of production. The 0-2, IKF takes low, and the count's 1-2. Yeah, Jack, I don't know why. I don't understand why he wouldn't get an opportunity. We demand 420s in the house. I think Minnesota made them take Donaldson in order to take Sanchez. The only good thing Donaldson did was get Sanchez off the team. But the 1-2, and IKF swings at a pitch about 2 feet off the plate. So after the leadoff double, back-to-back strikeouts by the Yankees. But really what we did is replace Gary Sanchez with a guy that hits and fields like Gary Sanchez and watches the ball and doesn't hustle. So pretty much replace the catcher with a third baseman that plays exactly like Gary Sanchez. Scherzer right up there with the most strikeouts of the first 13 starts with the Mets now. Show Nolan Ryan, but I don't think Ryan pitched many innings for the Mets. Pitch, checked his swing, and the count's 1-0 to Higashioka. Yankees had an opportunity to get one back here. They trail 2-0 in the top of the fifth. Higgy hitting a solid 187. Donaldson led off with a double, almost got thrown out at second after watching the ball that he thought was out of the park and hit the top of the wall. And then back-to-back strikeouts of Hicks and IKF. The Yankees are more unproductive at bats. They continue to struggle scoring runs. Pitch is high, and the count's 2-0 to Higashioka. Scherzer up to 64 pitches now. Higgy should be taking here. I would not swing. And he does swing at a changeup and misses it, and the count's 2-1. Yankees are 29-20 away from Yankee Stadium. They are 37-12 at home, and obviously a massive home field advantage for the Yankees, which is why they have got to continue to have the best record of baseball, but their gap has gotten very narrow for that. The 2-1 to Higgy, outside 3-1. Good take by Higashioka. DJ LeMahieu awaits on deck. You would hope like hell that somehow Higashioka could get DJ up. I'd have some faith in LeMahieu getting a hit with 2 outs. Higgy should be taking here. I mean, I'm making him take a pitch. You're hitting 187. You're probably not going to get a fastball. I'm making him take it. And he does get a fastball, and he gets beat on the fastball. He fouls it away, and the count's 3-2. Mets fans on their feet at Citi Field. The Mets have had a very good series. Mets have a very big series next weekend with the Braves. Obviously, they would love to beat their crosstown rivals in a sweep. That's why the Yankees really needed the game last night. Like I said, Scherzer against Domingo Germán did not bode well for New York, the Yankees, that is. Scherzer about to deal a payoff to Higashioka, and Higgy fouls it away, stays alive, and the count remains full at 3-2. Do I think the Yankees get Soto? No, Peter. I really don't think anybody gets Soto this year. I'll be surprised if I'm thinking in the offseason that'll happen. But you never know. I think Happer, Benintendi, and Castillo are the guys the Yankees could possibly get. It'll be a payoff pitch to Higashioka. Scherzer deals, and Higgy takes a ball. So that's really not, I mean, I don't want to say Scherzer did a bad job there, but you got to go after Higashioka. I mean, he's hitting 187. He's a 9th place hitter. Why are you screwing around with him? Throw him fastballs. Go ahead, hit it. Well, the Yankees will pass the torch to DJ LeMahieu. Now, if there's anybody that could get a big 2-out hit for the Yanks, it is LeMahieu. How about the Athletics beating the Astros in a sweep? Like, that is strange. Too bad the A's can't make the playoffs and play the Astros. We can't beat them. LeMahieu is 1 for 2 tonight. He singled his last at bat as he averaged up to 280. Come on, DJ. Pitch outside 1-0. So Scherzer's had to work a little bit in this inning. He had 47 pitches going into this inning. He's now up to 70. Come on, DJ. Let's go. Yankee fans, make some noise. We need a hit, man. We need something. It'll be a 1-0. Scherzer steps off. Yeah, come on, Edgelock. We need him to get a hit. We need him to get a hit. Maybe Joanne, anything. That's like Scooter Rizzuto with the birthday wishes, right? You're going to do the dishes and over the Yankees can do something. I hope so. What's up, Joe? How you doing? Let's go Yankees indeed. The 1-0 to DJ, low, called a strike. Wow. It counts 1-1. It changes all the bat. That pitch was definitely not a strike. It was low, but the umpire called it a strike, and the count's even at 1-1. That was not a strike. The Yankees have runners at first and second with 2 outs. The second time they've had 2 men on. They didn't score their first time around. The 1-1 to LeMahieu, swung on in line right to Lindor. He hit it hard, but hit it right at Lindor. The Yankees waste another opportunity. They waste a leadoff double. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. We've played 4.5. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 2-0 Mets. Well, LeMahieu had a good swing, but hit it right at Lindor. Very poor job by Aaron Hicks and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Unable to get the leadoff double in of Donaldson. What's up, Nick DeWick? Thank you for being a member for 2 years, buddy. We're doing as good as possible, I guess. Still breathing. I wish it was Friday. You know, it's only Wednesday. I had 2 more days of work. Wish I would have hit the Mega Millions. I didn't play it, but somebody from my area did hit the Mega Millions. Wasn't me. If I would have hit that, you would never saw me again. Or you would have saw me a lot. Just not for a while, I can tell you that. I certainly would have taken some time off had I hit $863 million. We caught the first thing smoking out of this state, I can tell you that. Dan Josephson, Chris and I did Talking Giants on Sunday. We did the game together last night. So, yeah, we had a couple of streams together. So we just did 2 streams in the last 3 days together. We're going to do it tonight, but Chris went out with a buddy in Manhattan. I told him if he gets back in time, wants to pop in at the sometime during the game, he's got the link, but I told him don't rush back. Certainly don't need to rush here. No, I got hit. What's going on, Danny? How you doing from Sin City, my good man? You guys hit the like and subscribe and if you're new, where are we at for likes? We are at 183 likes. We got 276 in the house. Appreciate y'all being here. 17 likes, guys. Come on, baby. 17 clicks on that thumbs up button. It's free and easy to do, as is the subscribe button. There's a weak fly ball to left. Hicks is underneath it. And there is one away here in the Mets' 5th. Perma, my good man. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I really appreciate that very much. He says, so I didn't see the dogs again, so I'm assuming they're alive. All my beans are growing well. Maybe you'll be able to make it down for the fall harvest party. Thinking about it, or thinking about Blazing Saddles theme this year. There you go. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty awesome. Yeah, unfortunately for me, my man, I don't get to travel around very often with a 5-year-old. It is difficult. It's rough sledding, trying to move around. If he was grown, it'd be a different story. But, when he's 5, it's a little bit more difficult. But I'm glad to know that the beans are going well. 420 crew, you know what to do. Smoke them because you got them. My man Perma's in the house. It'll be an 0-1, and pitch is outside to Starling Marte, and the count is 1-1. The Mets lead 2-0. Lucas Lidke warming in the pen for the Yanks. Pitch off the plate, called a strike as Higgy brought it back into the zone, and the count's 1-2. Got more from Herman than anyone could expect. Yeah, he made a couple of bad pitches. The one to Alonso was a terrible pitch. And the one to Nito, that was really bad. Alonso leads the league in RBIs. Pete's good. But you can't throw a bad pitch on 0-2 to Tomas Nito, who ended up scoring the second run for the Mets. And Marte steps out. Marte has not saw the ball well at all from Herman. He struck out on 2 pitches that were not close to the zone. And if I'm Domingo Herman, I'm not throwing him a strike. And he doesn't. He throws it out of the zone. And Marte 0 for 3 against Domingo Herman. He looks completely lost. I mean, Herman has had Marte's number tonight. Marte's just going back to the dugout chewing gum like, I can't hit this guy. And then I'll bring up the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Had a bloop hit to drive in Nito back in the 3rd. The Mets lead 2-0, 2-5-0 for the Metropolitans. 0-3-0 for the Bronx Bombers. Is Dominic here? There you go. Bean Brownie, says Bodo. There you go. Dominic, they even dropped a link to my 420 merchandise. And Dashy says, no pineapple on a pizza, Dominic. Dashy, thank you, my man, for the super chat. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Pitch is low to Lindor, and the count is 1-0. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 5th for the Mets. The pitch, breaking ball low, count 2-0. Yeah, like I said, Joe, there's 2 bad pitches by Herman. The one to Nito is the one that bothers me. If it was 1-0 Mets, I'd feel a bit more confident, but somebody said it. The pitch is fouled back by Lindor. It counts 2-1. I don't know if it was Mike Gorga. Somebody said it's 2-0 Mets, but it really feels like 6-0 because the Yankees have just struggled so much to score runs recently. They have not hit with men on base, and you're going against Max Scherzer. I mean, the guy's a Hall of Famer. So he's having a great year for the Mets, too. So it's tough. 2-1. Fouled away. Lindor chased out of the zone. High fastball. And it counts 2-2. Yes, Waterfly. Thank you for reminding everybody. I will be live on August 20th. I'll be live starting at 9 a.m. on August 20th, and I will not stop streaming until 9 a.m. on August 21st. That's right. 24 straight hours of the Bad Diggity Dizzle. Half of any revenue I make, whether it's ad revenue, donations, new memberships to the channel, or merchandise sales, half of whatever I make during that 24-hour period, I will donate half of it to Wounded Warriors. It'll be the 7th time that I have done a 24-hour stream and donated to charity. Hopefully you guys and girls can tune in and keep me company if you have a chance, especially if you're around late at night and into the wee hours of the morning. I always need the support about 3, 4 in the morning. My man Bodo will be here. My man Dominic Pope, LA Lou, dire Giants fan. The mods are pretty much here for the entire 24 hours. Waterfly, Benjamin Wynn. Two out, somebody on for the Mets in the bottom of the 5th. They lead 2-0. The pitch just missed. Good at bat by Lindor, and he's on with a 2-out walk. And then I'll bring up Daniel Vogelbach. And that will be the end of Domingo Germán's night. All in all, not a bad outing for Germán. He doesn't get through 5. He's up to 82 pitches, and Lucas Littke's going to come in here for the Yanks. So Germán leaves trailing 2-0. Lindor is his responsibility at first. I'm sorry, it's not Vogelbach. It's Pete Alonso that's coming up. I saw Vogelbach in the on-deck circle, but it is Pete Alonso. Thank you, William. I appreciate that, buddy. Janice, my lady, how you doing? Yeah, Danny, they got to wake up, buddy. Could Blazing Saddles be made today, Perma? Hell no. Hell no. What do I do with the whole 24 hours? The Yankees play, so I'll call a Yankee game. I'll probably call another baseball game if it's on. I have guests on the channel. I bullshit for 24 hours is pretty much what I do. I talk about anything and everything. We talk about food. I'll talk about fitness. We talk about horror movies, music, pretty much whatever. It's just a 24-hour hangout, but I definitely will do the Yankees. I know they play on August 20th. The Giants play on the 21st. So I'll go to bed at about 9:30 in the morning. I'll get my wife, get me up about 2 in the afternoon. I'll eat something, take a shower, relax, and get ready to call the Giants game with Chris on August 21st. Well, thank you for subscribing. Then, Joanne, I didn't know you've been around for that long, but I appreciate you subscribing. David G, what is going on? My man Punkam in Afghanistan will definitely be there all 24 hours. Definitely. The Giants play the Titans week 1. August 21st. I forgot who they play. I forgot who they play on August 21st. It's a preseason game. That's true, Bodo. We do count my pee breaks. Last year was the best I think I've ever done. I only went 17 times in 24 hours. Normally I'm sorry. Normally it's about 17 to 18 times I go to the bathroom. Last year I think I only went like 9. The energy drinks help. One thing I'll say, my wife takes really good care of me. On that day is Albert Pujols goes yard. That's a big one. 6-1 Cards. Pujols having a good night. But my wife always takes care of me. You know, she gets me whatever I need as far as food goes, and she'll get me those C4 energy drinks. Like those are a godsend last year. I'll probably load up and I'll probably have like 6 of those. Lots of caffeine. I'll go through probably a couple of 2-liter Coke Zeros, and like I said, 6 of those things. I'll have coffee in the morning. So we get through it. I've never failed to make it through one of the 24-hour streams. I've finished every one of them, and I can tell you last time was the easiest that I've done. Waterfly, thank you for being a member for 28 months. He says, told you to buy a stadium, buddy. You can cut bathroom breaks in half. I can't buy a stadium. No, that sucks. I wish I could. That pitch bounced up there. Nice stop by Higashioka. And the count is 1-0. Lucas Litke, well, the Red Sox are making a little bit of a comeback. It's 5-4. Lucas Litke has a 2.88 ERA. Yankee bullpen has been pretty good this year, but Litke is not my favorite. Ed saying for the super chat, brother, appreciate it. He says, this is the Yankee offense I expected opening day. I can tell you, Mark, I don't think you're alone, buddy. I pretty much expected this too, which is why I had so many rants in the offseason. Pitches inside, and the count's 2-0. I definitely did not think that the Yankees would be 66-32 or whatever the hell their record is right now. I think they're 66-32. I didn't think they'd have the best record of baseball. I said they could finish third or fourth in a division. So they've definitely exceeded my expectations, but this is kind of what I thought they would be. And it's frustrating because they haven't been this all year. It'd be frustrating if it was them all year. But I don't like this type of baseball at all. Oh yeah, Punk. I'm definitely. Like I said, I'll probably have like 6 of those C4s. I'll just buy a bunch of them. I'll probably have a lot of those protein pancakes too, man, because those are good and they're filling. 2-0 inside 3. Litke coming out of the bullpen throwing balls. I mean, he hasn't even thrown a strike to Alonso. Not even close. He needs a stadium body, and the P thing would attach it. Yes, some truck drivers use. They do, Bodo. They definitely do. I know L.A. Luz told me I should have a cooler. I think I do have a cooler out in the garage. I should have a cooler out here because I do have a couple beers. Like, obviously, that's going to be a cheat day. That pitch is called a strike. The old automatic was not a strike, but called 1-3-1 to Alonso. Obviously, very dangerous batter here. You don't want to mess around with Alonso. You have Vogelbach on deck. Vogelbach has not hit lefties at all this year. I'm not giving Alonso anything to hit. I'm just throwing a breaking ball out of the zone. I'm not giving this guy one thing to hit. I walk him. Litke deals, and that's what he does. Take your chance with Vogelbach. I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, maybe I'll get some ice and just put the cooler right next to me, Lou. But yeah, I mean, again, my breakfast will not be bad. I'll eat breakfast before I get on the stream. Like I said, I'll have some protein pancakes, easy enough. And I always have protein bars for the occasion. But, I have my cheat meal on Saturday night, so it'll probably be pizza. I don't like to eat on stream. I had to eat on stream last night because I was starving. And obviously during a 24-hour stream, I have to eat. Turn the camera off and eat. I just don't like eating in front of people. I just think it's, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A Peabody. They got my father-in-law a joke. They got him one of those as a joke. Pitches in there for a strike count on 1. My wife got her father. I forgot what it was. It wasn't one of those, but it came in a box. It came in a Peabody box. And he got excited because he thought it was the Peabody. Not that he's a trucker, but he's like a construction guy. And he got excited because he thought it really was the Peabody. He's like, I wanted the Peabody. So she ended up getting him a Peabody. So I know what you're talking about. I don't like to eat live. I just don't like eating in front of people, Waterfly. I don't know. And I don't want to sit and go, talk on my mouth full. I don't know. I just don't like it. That's why I like to have guests on here, because I can chomp down a protein bar while they're talking. That pitch is outside 1-1. The Yankees have any chance of winning this game, they got to get out of this inning. Lindor's on at second. Alonso on the first. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Mets already lead 2-0. Daniel Vogelbach at the plate. It'll be a 1-1 to the big fella. And the pitch. Breaking ball grounded. Nice play by DJ, steps on the bag. And that will retire the side. So the Yankees get out of it. No runs, no hits, 2 left for the Mets. We played 5 full. All this talk about the bathroom makes me want to go pee-pee, so I'm going to do that. We'll go to the top of the 6th. Come on, Yankees. Let's get some runs. They trail 2-0. I'm going to hit the head. You guys and girls know what to do if you're new. Hit that like button. That's free. It helps out the stream a lot. We got 201 likes. We need more likes, guys and girls. We got 287 people in here. Please hit that thumbs up. It helps me out huge. It is free. It is easy to do. Hit the subscribe button. I'll be doing, like I said, one Yankee game a week. Tons of New York Giants content coming up. And, of course, in October, I do all Lakers basketball. I stream almost every game of the Lakers. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. I'm going to go run to the bathroom, and I'll be right back. I appreciate you being here. Let's go, Yankees. All righty. All right, maybe that pee break will get the Yankees going here. It'll be Judge Rizzo and Gleyber Torres here for the Yanks in their half of the sixth. The trail 2-0. Max Scherzer back on the mound for the Mets. Most homers through 100 games played. Babe Ruth had 41 a couple of times. Obviously, Ruth only played 154 games. Regardless, Aaron Judge having a monster season, and he takes a strike. And the count is 0-1. Judge hit a rocket home run last night. Our Giants fans got it right. We need to get something going. Judge takes low, 1-1. Game days kind of froze here. I don't know what happened. Pitch. Judge takes a big swing and misses a high fastball. The count is 1-2. Posada doesn't wear gloves. That's what I thought the thing was with Posada. Judge swings and hits it in the air, but it's going to go foul. Too far out in front. Good swing, but fouled it away. Hit the like and hit that subscribe button, guys and girls. If you're new, ring the bell. Let's go. I don't know how whenever I do a Yankee stream, I'm going to have to stop doing these. Swung on a miss, strike three. Every time I do a Yankee stream, I lose subscribers. I'm going to have to stop with that. It's just not going to be able to do these anymore. Because it happens every time I do one. Judge swings and misses, and there's one away. Oh, is that what it was? Posada urinated on his hands. Maybe that's why he's not in the Hall of Fame. Here is Rizzo, and almost hit him. It did hit him, so Rizzo will take his base. Rizzo got hit last night in the back foot, and he gets hit again tonight. Scherzer obviously did not mean to do that, and that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. Gleyber is one of those funks right now where every time he's up at the plate, he's trying to hit a home run. Rizzo got caught in the shin. Rizzo on at first. Gleyber Torres, the tying one at the plate. I mean, Gleyber can run into one. Hopefully that happens. It'd be nice. He takes outside and low on the fastball. And the count is 1-0. The Mets lead 2-0 as we play here in the top of the sixth. Gleyber down to 261. He was in the 270s not too long ago. 15 homers for Gleyber. Cardinals lead the Jays 6-1. The 1-0 to Torres, low. Good take by Gleyber that time, 2-0. Gleyber, make good contact, man. Do not overswing. Like, do not get over anxious. See the ball, hit the ball. Don't go crazy ripping your head off the ball. Instead, he does. He swings and hits it in the air to center field. 2 away. Another out for Gleyber Torres. He hit that one hard. I mean, I can't get on his case. He hit a rope, but he hit right at the center fielder. He didn't get underneath that one. Well, there you go, Dashy. The Reds take out the Marlins tonight. Pitch. Nope, definitely no. Was it the 27th Dire Giants fan or the 29th? I mean, you know what, Dire Giants fan, it won't matter. There'll be no changes to YouTube. That definitely could be Bodo. I wouldn't want to shake Posada's hands. Pitch. Curveball in there for a strike. Count 0-1 to Carpenter. Yeah, Mike, they had no shot. And once they went down 2-0, I kind of knew the game was over. Yankees continue to be in a funk. They have lost 10 of their last 14, looking like they're going to lose 11 out of their last 15. Scherzer been completely dominant. Pitch number 83 for Max, and that pitch is swung on in line. Base hit down the line into the corner. Not a hit well, but in a good spot. Yankees have first and third with 2 outs. As Rizzo goes over to third, and then I'll bring up Josh Donaldson. Carpenter didn't get good part of the bat on that, but he got just enough of it to get it over the first baseman's head and down the line. He kind of got jammed and just hit a humpback line drive down the line. Barely got out of the infield. Here we go again. The Yankees with 2 on and 2 out once again. Can somebody come through with a hit? That somebody's got to be Josh Donaldson. He doubled his last at bat, but he was stranded at second when the Yankees couldn't get him in. Just wish Donaldson would do what he did in the last at bat. He had a good at bat his last bat. He took the ball to the opposite field gap, pretty much dead center. Should be your approach as a hitter. The pitch, Donaldson swings and hits a weak ground ball right back to Scherzer. As Donaldson sat there, tried to jack a 3-run homer, was way out in front of a slider and got himself out. So once again, that guy doesn't come through. He's an absolute trash can. The Yankees leave 2 more on base. We've played 5.5. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th, 2-0 Mets. Donaldson is a pure septic tank, man. Just not a winning ball player. He's not a winning ball player at all. Just extremely over anxious, way out in front, over swings, and that's what happens. Can't win if you don't score. That's correct. Yeah, Jack, he gets like 1 million in RBI. He's terrible. That was a terrible addition for the Yankees. Like I said, we took Gary Sanchez and put him at third base. That's pretty much what Josh Donaldson equates to. Extremely low average hitter, not a clutch bone in his body, a terrible fielder, and 0 power. So, Yankees got 9 outs left, about to get swept by the Mets. That could be it, Mark. Rizzo and Judge's home runs. And maybe that could have stood up, but we had a pitcher that didn't get 4 of them back in the bottom of the first last night. The Yankees aren't a threat to win anything in the playoffs. Regular season record means nothing. So how can you say they're not a threat to win anything in the playoffs? We don't know, right? They're not in the playoffs. If regular season doesn't mean anything, why are you getting mad right now? What are you getting mad? If the regular season doesn't mean anything, why are you getting upset that they're losing right now? But you're right. It doesn't. This doesn't mean anything. It only matters what they do in October. I've said that all year. They could win 140 games. They don't win in October. It doesn't matter. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Dominic, thank you for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate you, my good man. Yankees continue to be boomer bust. Can't name with runners in scoring position. Yeah, that's, again, at the beginning of the year, Dominic, they were doing it much better. They were definitely hitting with runners in scoring position. They were doing little things to win the games. And now they've gone back to home run or nothing. And we know what that did for them last year. You'll beat up on bad teams. You can mash your way to 90 wins against really bad teams by hitting homers. But once you have to face good teams, you're not winning anything. They've proven that against the Astros. They've proven that against the Mets. You can't win baseball games and you're just trying to hit home runs against better pitching. That's the way it goes. You know? So unfortunately, Yankees are just kind of in that funk again where they're not able to manufacture runs and nobody's able to come through with big hits. Pitch bounced up there, 1-2. It's Connor McNeil and Escobar for the Mets, 6, 7, and 8 in their half of the sixth. They lead 2-0. Yep, exactly, Andrew. Went out there looking for a fastball and said, no matter what, I'm swinging. I'm swinging first pitch no matter what I get. And it was a terrible at bat. Litke throws a lollipop curveball that's way high, and the count's 2-2. Highest OPS through age 23. They're talking about Trout. Juan Soto also on that list. Nobody really gives a damn about OPS plus. It's a stupid statistic. Pitch swung on and grounded to third. Donaldson with the play, throws over to first and got him. Kind of hustling down the line, but Donaldson got him by a couple of steps. One out in the Mets sixth. And I'll bring up Jeff McNeil. McNeil, one of the better hitters on the Mets, sitting 290. He is over 2 tonight. Yankees somehow, some way, they got to find something. They got to find some kind of offense. Pitch. It's high, and the count's 1-0. The Yankees just haven't played a good baseball. And you knew it wasn't going to be easy against Max Scherzer. I mean, like I said, the man's a Hall of Famer. He's having a great season for the Mets. 38 years young and still at the top of his game. The 1-0 in there for a strike. Yankees are going to have a very hard time against pitchers that can throw strikes and have late movement. They do not need to throw 100 miles an hour. It's the guys like Scherzer that throw in the middle 90s and change speeds and have good movement that completely confuse the Yankees. The Astros have a lot of those guys. Verlander's another one. Weak ground ball to second. Gleyber throws, and they just got the hustling McNeil. He thought he was safe. Gleyber had to hurry. And again, I like the way the Mets play. You can tell that Buck Showalter is the Mets manager because every one of the Mets runs down the line as fast as they can every time. They forced a throwing error by Donaldson last night. He is out. I mean, he got it by a half step. So there's 2 outs here in the Mets sixth, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Eduardo Escobar. He is 0 for 2 tonight. The pitch, crushed but foul. And the count is 0-1. Batman. Oh, I didn't get to read that. That pitch bounced up there by Litke, and the count is 1-1. Mets 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Yankees no runs, 4 hits, no errors. The Mets again tonight. They have scored on a solo homer by Pete Alonso. They scored their second run on a 2-out single by Francisco Lindor. The Yankees have left 7 men on base, as is their usual. Pitch. Escobar fouls it back, and the count's 1-2. Two nothing Mets. Bottom of the sixth. Litke looking for a 1-2-3. And the pitch. He got him. He swung at that. Yes, he did. So Escobar down on strikes, and that will retire the side. The Mets go in order in their half of the sixth. We'll go to the top of the seventh. The Yankees need some damn runs. Scherzer's probably going to come out for the seventh. 2-0 Metropolitans. It'll be Hicks, IKF, and Higgy. Bottom of the order. Scherzer comes out. Scherzer couldn't wait to get out to face the bottom of this order. Couldn't wait. Thank you, Adele Chapman. I appreciate it. ESPN's coverage of pretty much everything is terrible these days. I remember when I was younger and it was John Miller and Joe Morgan that did Sunday Night Baseball. It was great. It was great. And Buck Martinez did ESPN. That was also really good. It's bad now. Same thing. Their when it was Mike Patrick and Joe Theismann, when they did, I think it was Sunday Night Football. It was good, but ESPN's really definitely fallen off in recent years. Too much politics, too much political crap on ESPN. It's supposed to be a sports channel. People want to talk about politics. That's fine. You don't mix politics and sports. It's a bad combination. ESPN got way too political. Way too political. That's what the P in ESPN stands for now. Politics. It's too much. When is that? Tomorrow? Episodes 3 and 4 tomorrow at 9. Who else has been watching The Captain? And I'll tell you what, man. I watched The Captain. I get a little teary-eyed. The first 2 episodes, just seeing them win those championships, and just like I said, that 96 team is very special. Neil, I don't know when I'm going to do the Jim Fails again. I will do them again, though. Buck Showalter's a better manager than Aaron Boone. I'll say that. Alex, yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't be able to watch it on TV. I mean, it's on ESPN. You should be able to watch it on MLB. You should be able to watch it on ESPN. It's not on like a local network, so I'm surprised. You'd be able to listen to it. But, like the New York area, can't watch the Mets or Yankees. Local blackout. That guy's shirt says, "Send the beer guy." That's pretty kick-ass shirt for that Mets fan. Yankees trail 2-0. Here's Aaron Hicks. Had a horrible at-bat his last at-bat, and he struck out. And he swings and misses at a changeup. And the count is 1-1. Hicks is 1 for 2, but again, the Yankees had a leadoff double by Josh Donaldson, and Hicks failed to get him over to third. Would have been a big run if it was 2-1, and instead they stranded him there. The Yankees have stranded 7 men on base tonight. The 1-1 pitch. Hicks hits a weak ground ball into the shift, and he is out easily. Francisco Lindor ran pretty much from behind second base all the way to almost first base and was able to get Hicks by about 4 steps. Aaron Hicks talking about 30-30. The man is about as fast as I am. Red Sox went up 6-5, so maybe not last place Red Sox for long. Julio Rodriguez hit an absolute tater. And here is Isaiah Kiner. He swings and lines a base hit down the line. Cutting over is Karner. IKF takes the turn. He's going to go to second, and he is in there with a 1-out double. Good hustle by IKF. That's probably the worst pitch Scherzer has thrown tonight. He hung that one. Maybe a sign of fatigue. Normally when a pitcher starts hanging breaking balls, it's a sign of getting tired. That one hung. That was a hanger, and IKF made solid contact, ripped it down the line. And again, Donaldson, that's the way you busted out of the box. IKF wanted a double right off the rip, and he ran out of the box like he wanted to. Hustle double by IKF. Yankees with another runner in scoring position. Can they push him across? They'll have a couple of opportunities with Higashioka and DJ LeMahieu. The pitch to Higgy, swung on and hit in the air to center field. Pretty well hit, but again, right in front of the track making the catch. IKF tags and goes to third. With 2 away, that'll bring up DJ LeMahieu. I don't know what the Yankees' fascination is with swinging at the first pitch from Scherzer, but you're certainly helping the guy out when his pitch count is up to 90, and you could probably get him out of the game. And instead, Scherzer could easily come out now for the 8th. Bodo, the Mendoza line takes down a completely different element now. Like the Mendoza line now is like 190 probably, maybe 180. Carlos Correa wants out of Minnesota. Well, he shouldn't have signed there. I mean, that's his fault. I mean, how are you going to be like, yeah, I'll take a contract and go play there. I want out. Again, this is the guy that I want up. DJ had a chance of driving around with 2 outs his last about. He hit an absolute seed, but he hit it right at Lindor. You know, DJ is going to give you a good at bat. 1-0, outside 2-0. Aaron Judge awaits on deck. DJ knows he's going to get a pitch to hit here. There you go. The Yankees' hardest hit balls tonight. DJ LeMahieu has 2 of them. He hit a 108-mile-an-hour shot to Lindor. So he has hit the ball well off of Scherzer. Had 1 hit to show for it so far. Scherzer deals a 2-0, and it's low 3-0. Wow, I'm surprised Scherzer tried to fool LeMahieu instead of just going right at him with Judge on deck. And I know Judge has struggled against Scherzer tonight. He struck out twice, but still. And LeMahieu, there's no way you're swinging 3-0 here. So Scherzer should just pour one right down the middle of the plate. 3-0, and he really didn't just throw it down the middle of the plate, threw it up and away, but hit the zone, and the count's 3-1. And the Mariners aren't bad, Matt. They're not bad at all. Rodriguez is having a great year for them. There is the MVP waiting on deck. LeMahieu trying to get this runner in from third. It'll be a 3-1 pitch. He walked him. Wow. Scherzer fooling around with LeMahieu and throws him a breaking ball on 3-1. And here comes Aaron Judge. Well, now the crowd's going to make some noise. Yankee fans, they imploring their team to get some runs. Yankee fans on their feet trying to get something out of the big guy. There was a lot of Yankee fans in Citi Field. Look at the amount of Yankee fans in that park. And of course, when they play in the Bronx, the Mets fans also make the subway trip. Peterson warming in the pen. This is probably Scherzer's last batter, I would imagine. He's up to 94 pitches. Everybody's on their feet right now. Mets fans a little nervous. Yankee fans a little pumped up for the first time tonight. They have runners on again. Well, they finally come through. Ooh, hanging breaking ball. Judge took it for a strike. Scherzer knows he got away with one there. He read his lips. I can't say it on the air here. Well, I could, but I won't because, might be kids watching. He was not happy with that pitch. Judge let it pass. The count's 0-1. Will the Yankees squander another opportunity, or can Judge finally come through? The 0-1 Judge way out in front of a breaking ball. The count is 0-2. Max Scherzer is Aaron Judge's daddy tonight. I'm not throwing Aaron Judge a fastball, and if I do, it's not close to the zone. If I'm Scherzer and I throw a fastball, I throw it about letter high, neck high. I let him see the fastball, then I throw him, break him all away, and I strike him out. So you might just go right at him with a slider, or you might try to change the eye angle. The 0-2 went with the slider away. Judge let it go by that time. The count's 1-2. Scherzer now up to 97 pitches. The Yankees have had many opportunities. They have already left 7 men on base. Not a one of them has come across the plate as of yet. Judge trying to change that. Scherzer trying to go 7 shutout innings. The Mets lead 2-0 in the top of the 7th. Scherzer set at the chest, kicks and deals, and Judge fouls it away. He went up and in on the fastball, and Judge somehow got a piece of it, and the count remains 1-2. Well, LA Louie just went up and in. Now it's setting up that slider low and away. He has had Judge's number with that. That kid can't take it. His ears are, I guess, is loud. Count 1-2 to Aaron Judge. Swung and a miss, strike 3. Once again, Max Scherzer throws a pitch not close to the zone. Once again, he is Aaron Judge's daddy. 3 strikeouts for Aaron Judge. A great performance by Max Scherzer. Yankees squander another opportunity. They've left 9 men on base. No runs, 2 hits. I'm sorry, no runs, 1 hit, 2 left. We've played 6.5. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Get up and stretch. Mets breaking out the brooms on the Yanks. They lead 2-0. That's the one knock on Aaron Judge is he has a very hard time with really good pitchers. That's why he's not a good postseason player. I remember his first year when he hit 52 homers in 2017. He was 1 for 20 with 11 strikeouts in the postseason that year because you're facing better pitching. And guys like Max Scherzer, guys like Justin Verlander, man, they're not throwing you a strike. Man, they ain't throwing you no fastball. They ain't throwing you a cookie. They're going to throw that shit out of the zone, and you're going to swing at it because that's what you do. And they know that. Those guys that know how to pitch and can outsmart you, that's when good pitching always beats good hitting. You get outsmarted at the plate. But we all saw that coming. I mean, who didn't see Max Scherzer go up and in to throw a slider low and away? So, but like I said, that was pretty easy. I mean, this would have been the easiest money you've ever made if you bet on the Mets, depending on the spread. I don't know what the spread was. But again, Judge has struck out 3 times on that same pitch, that slider. Scherzer has barely thrown any pitch in the strike zone to Judge, and Judge has just chased. A lot of people saying Judge isn't clutch. I can't argue. It's hard to argue. He hasn't really proven that he can be on a consistent basis. Not against good pitching anyway. You know, against a lesser pitcher, yes. But when you're in the postseason, you're not facing lesser pitching. You're facing the cream of the crop. And the best players step up and hit that pitching. You know, they don't get shut down like that on a consistent basis. But you're going to see a lot more pitchers like Max Scherzer in the postseason. You're not playing the Orioles. You know, you're not facing Jordan Lyles, or you're not facing the Reds pitching or the Red Sox pitching. You're not facing that here. You're not going to face that if you play Houston. So. Well, the one thing I'll say, MILF man, is A-Rod did have a stigma of not playing well in the playoffs. And then in 2009, he was one of the main reasons we won the World Series that year. A-Rod was extremely clutch the entire postseason, drove in 18 runs and hit 6 homers in the 2009 postseason. Massive clutch homers against the Twins to tie the game up in the bottom of the ninth inning with a 2-run homer in game 2, and then in game 2 against the Angels, an extra innings after the Angels played it 2. A-Rod hit a game-tying home run at the bottom of the 11th. In that game, he also had a couple of big hits in the World Series, including a home run off the camera against the Phillies. So A-Rod got that off of his back. He was able to pretty much carry the Yankees. He absolutely destroyed the Angels in the ALCS that year. And I got that off of him and won a World Series. Judge has yet to do that. Matsui was great in that 09 World Series. That's why he won the MVP. He was 8 for 13 with like 2 homers and like 8 RBIs. He was ridiculous. I think he drove in 4 or 6 in the last game. It was crazy. Lucas Littke's still out there. There's a fly ball to right. Carpenter over there makes the catch, and there's one away here in the Mets 7th. So Nido is retired, and the Mets will turn over the lineup. We'll go back to the top for Brandon Nimmo. This game has moved along at a nice clip. Yeah, I wouldn't make a decision on judging this game. Definitely. I mean, everybody has a bad game, Mike. I'm just saying Judge's MO, he's had a hard time hitting good pitching because they outthink him. And that's what Scherzer's done. That's what Verlander does. The pitch is in there for a strike. 97 by Littke, and the count is 0-1. Yeah, Chop, he was amazing in that. And he owned Pedro Martinez. You know, I'm talking about somebody that was Pedro's daddy. It was Hideki Matsui, man. He used to kill Pedro, and I loved it. That pitch just swung and a miss. That was not a good location, but Nimmo overswung at a high slider, and the count's 0-2. Yeah, J-Dog, they're pretty bad. Again, with runners in scoring position tonight. Not one hit. 0-2. Bounced up there through a 54-footer. Deborah, Stan has Achilles tendonitis, so he went on the 10-day IL retroactive July 24th. Boston Damon was better than New York Damon. New York Johnny Damon was good in New York, but he was really good in Boston. Another guy that should be in the Hall of Fame. 1-2. Great pitch by Littke. That barely caught the zone. I mean, you want to talk about Bob Ross brushstrokes. That was a brushstroke right across the outside corner, right at the knees. You're not going to make a better pitch than that one. A filthy slider that just caught the... You're not hitting that. That was absolute a filth piece. That was gross. You're not hitting that pitch. That was an amazing pitch by Littke. You just tip your cap and go, that was damn good. So here is Starling Marte. He's happy to see Domingo Germán out of there. He struck out 3 times against Germán, and he takes it inside. And that counts 0-1. 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the 7th. The Mets lead the Yankees 2-0. Oh, I hear you, Mike. No, I know what you're saying, though. I know what you're saying. And pitchers bounced up there 2-0. Like, I'm not panicking. I know that this is it's frustrating. Don't get me wrong. I'm sick and tired of them losing now. You don't want to lose 11 out of 15 games, which is where the Yankees are headed right now. It's the way they're losing. They're not playing good baseball. They've squandered opportunities. They lost 2 games against the Red Sox, and the Reds said they had no business losing during this stretch. They got swept by the Astros. They're about to get swept by the Mets. Pitches inside 3-0. And obviously those are 2 good teams. And outside of the All-Star break, the Yankees are 0-4 against 2 of the better teams. So I understand fans' frustration, but certainly shouldn't be panicking. Because I've said it all year. The Yankees could win 125 games. The Yankees could win 92. All that's going to matter is when you get into the postseason. Swinging 3-0 is Marte, and he grounds a base hit. That's all that matters. The Yankees are going to play in October. It'll matter what they do in October. You would like them to show that they can beat good teams. That's a fact. Aaron Boone's going to go to the pen. That'll be Litke's last batter. Litke did a good job. He gave the Yankees a solid 2 innings. I actually gave him 3 innings. No, 2 innings. And here comes, I believe that's Peralta. That's not Peralta. Who is that coming out of the pen for the Yanks? Yeah, Aaron Judge should not be compared to Daniel Jones. Aaron Judge is going to win the MVP, man. I mean, he's had a bad game. He struggles against good pitching. He's got to learn to lay off that slider. It's Loizaga. Thank you. I couldn't see what the hell it was. Loizaga pitched pretty good last night. Like I said, there was one thing you could take out of the game as a Yankee fan last night is Loizaga and Chapman actually looked pretty good. That'd obviously be huge for the Yankees if we could get Loizaga and Chapman back to close to what they were before the injuries. Why would Ohtani win the MVP? The Angels are a terrible baseball team. They're not making the postseason, and Ohtani's hitting in the 250s. Why would he win the MVP as opposed to a guy hitting 300, leading the world in almost every offensive category? He's second in RBIs. He plays for the best team in baseball. Why the hell would Ohtani win the MVP? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know what the argument is there. Chief, what's up, buddy? How you doing, my man? It'd be going better if the Yankees could win a damn game. I can tell you that. Yeah, the Twins have a hard time with the Yankees. I mean, the Astros are to the Yankees what the Yankees are to the Twins. Like the Twins don't ever want to see the Yankees, and the Yankees don't want to see the Astros. So, yeah, the Guardians. That's pretty tough. Listen. They've made a World Series appearance. Last time they made a World Series appearance was a lot before the Yankees, or a lot after the Yankees. Actually, we haven't made a World Series appearance in 13 years. Stop this MVP talk. Why? He would be the MVP right now. Guy has 38 home runs. We're more than halfway through the season, by the way. We're much more than halfway through the season. This is what, the 110th game of the year, or 100th game of the year? Way past halfway. They throw over to first. So the Wise get in there to pitch. Loizaga has not pitched well. Strikeout rate is 22%. He was way higher than that. I remember a couple of years ago, L.A. Luz said he liked this guy because Loizaga does have good stuff. He's really struggled this year. Battled some injuries. It certainly has not helped. Pitched to Lindor way high, 99 from Loizaga. The count's 1-0. Yankees would still be good without Judge. You haven't watched the Yankees this year. You have not watched the Yankees. You think that they would be where they are without Judge? Why is he really taking his time out there? Loizaga set at the chest. Pitch to Lindor, breaking ball way off the plate. Loizaga already struggling with control. That has been his issue, is his control. And it's 2-0. It'll be a 2-0 to Lindor. Loizaga's got to find the plate. He does. Slider on the outside corner. Count 2-1. He wasn't going to give in to Lindor, who undoubtedly was like a fastball there. Polar Bear Pete awaits on deck. He homered back in the second. Lindor had an RBI single in the third. Those are the two Mets runs. The Yankees have yet to scratch across a run in this game. They have not dented the dish. The 2-1 popped up. Lindor mad at himself at a good swing, got underneath it. IKF makes the catch at short, and that will retire the side. No runs, one hit, one left. We've played 7 full. We'll go to the top of the 8th. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the Yankees. Rizzo, Gleyber, and Carpenter, they trail 2-0. Come on, Yanks. Get some runs, man. Which are the onslaught of crummy Yankee YouTube channels? I don't know. I only know a couple Yankee YouTube channels. Pete at NYY News. They're great. Got Derek at NYY Recaps. He's really good too. And then we got my guy East 161st Ave. He's really good too. I'm sure there's, everybody's got an opinion. It's each their own. Everybody likes something different. I know the one guy. I've never understood the channels that just show highlights, like steal Major League, like they steal NFL, and I don't know how they get away with that, but they just show highlights of the game. I don't know what the point of somebody's channel is. It just takes Major League Baseball and NFL networks or NFL, the National Football League's product and just puts it on their page and shows highlights. I've never understood that. That's not really content. I don't know how the hell they get away with it. But I only see one guy that does that. I don't know a lot of Yankee channels. Mr. Guzzo, the Yankees have 5 hits tonight. They have left 9 men on base. I think 10 men on base. The last 3 innings, I believe it's been the last 3 innings, they've left 2 guys on each of the last 3 innings. This is true, Coffee Cat. They've not hit with runners in scoring position. I'll be honest, I know the New York bias really hurts the Yankees, but I just don't see how you couldn't vote Aaron Judge the MVP right now. Right now, Josh, the Mets are better than us, yes. They are. Ohtani's not the real MVP. I get that there's fanboys, but, the fanboys that just, the Johnny-come-latelys that just like Shohei Ohtani and he's a great player but think you should get MVP, don't know anything about baseball. You have to learn about baseball. Just because you pitch and hit doesn't make you an MVP. Then you should be the MVP every year. Even though the Angels are a cruddy baseball team. It just doesn't make sense. You don't know what the term most valuable player means. 1-0 counts 2-0. There's always the argument for players that were on losing teams that won MVPs. And those players that won MVPs won it because nobody else really stood out. Like Alex Rodriguez in 2001, when he won it for, I think it was 2001, when he won it for the Texas Rangers. Peterson's in the game, thank God. It's 3-0. I believe Andre Dawson won it in 1987 for the last place Cubs. I think the Cubs were in last place in 87. And that pitch looked like a strike, called the ball. Rizzo kind of bought that one. And, well, there's a leadoff walk. I mean, Scherzer's out of the game. Now I feel like we might have a chance. 4 straight out of the zone for Peterson. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. David Peterson didn't throw a strike. If you're a Mets fan, that's got to drive you insane, man. I know as a Yankee fan, that would drive me insane. Your starter goes 7 strong innings, shuts him down. The first pitcher out of the pen walks the first guy in 4 pitches. Like, that would drive me batty. Gleyber swings and hits it in the air to right field. Pretty deep. Back. Track. Whoa! Bye! Felicia, this ball is gone! then Gleyber Torres goes Oppo Taco, and just like that, the Mets waste Max Scherzer's outstanding performance, and the Yankees tie the game at 2. When Gleyber Torres takes the ball to the other field, he is so much better. David Peterson comes in, throws 4 straight out of the zone to Rizzo, throws a fastball right down the heart of the plate, and Gleyber keeps the shoulders in, or keeps the hands back, hips tucked, and then explodes to the ball as he lets it travel deep. That's all you got to do, Gleyber. We're tied at 2 apiece, so that's the Yankees. That's what they do. They can't hit a man in scoring position, but they get a walk and a homer, and here's Matt Carpenter. Well, that gave the Yankee fans in Citi Field some life. And it exhausted the air out of Scherzer. I mean, listen, I obviously want the Yankees to win, but you got to feel for Scherzer. He pitched a great game. He battled, he shut him down. And a guy comes in, 4 out of the zone, and a homer. Carpenter swings and misses, 0-2. Carpenter swings and misses, strike 3. Carpenter not close on any of them. Peterson did not throw him 1 fastball. All sliders. Actually, I guess the first pitch was a 4-seam fastball, but Yankees have new life. I just like to see players go the opposite field, man. And that ain't a Yankee Stadium home run. People think, oh, it's a Yankee Stadium home run. Nah, that was pretty well hit the other way. And that's the end of Peterson. What a horrible performance by David Peterson. You come in, you throw 4 out of the zone. You got 2 lefties in the lineup. That's why Buck brings him in. 2 out of 3 batters are lefties. You bring in your lefties. He's got to face 3 batters. He walks Rizzo on 4 pitches, throws a fastball right down the middle of the plate to Gleyber, who is notoriously a first pitch fastball hitter. And he ties the game at 2. Then he gets Carpenter out on strikes. But that was pretty bad. We'll take it, Yankee fans. We'll take it. But that was that. Like I said, man, you come in, it's 2-0. You walk the first batter on 4 pitches. You got to throw the ball down the middle. If Rizzo hits the ball back to the Bronx, it's 2-1. But you walk a guy, man, you're asking for trouble. So, yeah, that was pretty bad. Peterson not good for the Mets. Well, Josh Donaldson will if they'll keep Gleyber at second beyond 24, I mean, I don't know. I guess it would depend on how much Gleyber wants. Where are we at for likes? 239. We got 301 in the house. Thank you for being here. Let's get 250 likes. Bang the hell out of that thumbs up. It's free. It costs nothing. Hit that subscribe if you're new. Why the hell not? Can't wait to start doing some New York Giants content on here. Try to do 1 Yankee game a week. Lakers in October. Coming into the busy season on this channel, without a doubt. Yankees postseason baseball, I'll be doing all of those. So hit that like and hit that subscribe, especially if you're a Yankee fan. Here is Josh Donaldson, and he takes a breaking ball in there for a strike. And the count is 0-1. Seth Lugo into the game after Peterson. I mean, it was in a blink of an eye. He exasperated the lead. He sits on the bench. Pitches outside to Josh, and the count's 1-1. Donaldson is 1 for 3 tonight. He doubled, almost got thrown out at second as he tried to admire something that he thought was a home run, and it was not. 1-1 low, and it's 2-1. Well, the crowd just got a lot more juiced now because now Yankee fans can finally make some noise for the first time in this series. I guess they could have yesterday in the first inning, but really since the first inning of yesterday's game, the Yankee fans finally have a chance to make some noise in Citi Field because the Mets have dominated from the bottom of the first yesterday all the way to the top of the eighth here tonight before Gleyber Torres put the Yankees on the board with a game-tying two-run homer. So 1 out and nobody on here in the top of the eighth for the Yankees. 2 in. There is Gleyber. Said Gleyber doesn't come through in the clutch. A lot of times he overswings. That time he did not overswing. Had a good approach. Donaldson is called out on strike. Donaldson tried to bend out of the way of that and buy the ball, but he complains. It was definitely a strike. I noticed Josh Donaldson likes to complain after he strikes out. Pitcher's a strike. Just because you bend out of the way of it because you got scared of it doesn't mean it doesn't hit the zone. Definitely a strike. Went down to a knee and bent out of the way. Maybe if he didn't over-exaggerate the way he got out of the way of that, would have been called a ball. But instead, the production that Josh Donaldson, and Josh Donaldson's terrible. I don't think there's any question about that. Probably the worst player on the Yankees is Josh Donaldson. He's right up there. I mean, if you're talking about price points, here's Hicks. He takes a strike and the count's 0-1. You'd say Gallo. Gallo's not making any money. The Yankees don't have to pay him anything. Donaldson's getting paid $25 million. So you're talking about like the value of a player. Donaldson is by far the worst player on the Yankees. The 0-1 outside to Hicks. Counts 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the eighth. Yanks and Mets are tied at 2. Mets got their 2-run solo homer by Polar Bear Pete in the second. RBI single by Francisco Lindor in the third. Yankees got their 2 here in the top of the eighth and a 2-run homer by Gleyber Torres. The 1-1 to Hicks. Outside 2-1. IKF awaits on deck. I agree, Jack. I agree. Problem is with Stanton hurt, like you could put Carpenter at first if Stanton was healthy. 2-1. Hicks takes a big swing at a fastball and fouls it back, and the count's 2-2. Like, I don't know why the Yankees don't bring up somebody that can play. Mets fans making some noise. Clay Holmes warming for the Yanks. And obviously, if he's warming up in a tie game of the eighth, Aaron Boone wants this game. The 2-2 from Lugo, and Hicks swings and misses. Strike 3. Hicks way out in front as Lugo kind of hesitated there and then threw a wicked breaking ball. Hicks had no chance. But the Yankees finally get a couple of runs. A 4-pitch walk to Rizzo, followed by a first-pitch fastball home run by Gleyber Torres. 2 runs, 1 hit. Nobody left. We've played 7.5, and we'll go to the bottom of the eighth. Yankees closer coming in. It's 2-2. Judge should pull Donaldson's hamstring. Something, Lou. It's terrible. TikTok Chess Hall. How can I be the man we need a man? Yeah, hit that like button, guys. It's free. It's easy to do. Hit that subscribe button. Why the hell not? 258 likes is what I'm talking about. Thank you guys for 250. Maybe we could get 300 by the end of the game. That'd be really cool. Tom's Trailer, what's going on? Mets fans more than welcome to be here. I appreciate you guys and girls hanging out with me from the Mets fan base. Obviously, all my Yankee fans, we got to find a way to win this game. Clay Holmes has to have a shutdown inning. You cannot allow the Mets to get any momentum back here, man. The Yankees have got to – Holmes has to do his job, shut down the Mets. The Yankees got to build on this momentum. Yeah, Crispy, a World Series would be pretty crazy. I mean, we did that 22 years ago, and it was pretty insane. But it would obviously be fun to do it again. Two to two. Goddamn good game going though, man. A good game. I just couldn't believe that Peterson came in and just gave it up, just like that. But yippers. All right. Here is Clay Holmes, the Yankees closer. One of the better closers in baseball, 1.26 ERA at one point. Clay Holmes had 35 consecutive scoreless innings. I believe that's the most ever in Yankee history. He throws a wicked, I don't even know what that was. I don't know if that was a slider or sinker. 97. And the count is 0-1. Shin-Ming Wong used to throw that really heavy sinker that was middle 90s. Usually people made contact with it, didn't strike out a lot. Holmes does strike out a lot of batters, but that is a hard pitch to hit when it's right. The 0-1 up and in to Polar Bear Pete, and the count is 1-1. It'll be Alonso, Vogelbach, and Kana, the meat of the order for the Mets. Holmes looks in for the sign. Do they still do this? Are they still looking for the signs? I thought they had the earpieces. The 1-1 swung on and ground and foul. Another sinker. That one bent out of the zone, and Pete was on top of it. Count 1-2. Ron got hurt. Yes, he did. Running the bases. He broke his ankle running the bases. He was never the same. He had back-to-back 19-win seasons, and he had 9 wins right at the All-Star break, or just before the All-Star break. He was on pace to win another 19. He was never the same. The 1-2. Breaking ball hit right back to Holmes. It's off his glove. He recovers and throws out Pete Alonso. 1 away here in the Mets 8th. Pete does a lot of things well, but running is not one of them. You can only run so fast, no matter how hard you try. Sometimes your body only allows you to go a certain speed. And let's just say this. Pete Alonso's not going to win many foot races in his day. That'll bring up the DH, Daniel Vogelbach, former Cubs farmhand. Vogelbach is a big boy. Tonight, he is 1 for 2. He's singled and he's walked. Been on base twice. Holmes set at the belt, kicks and deals, and it's low. The count 1-0 to Vogelbach. 1 out. Nobody on in the bottom of the 8th. 2-2 game. Everybody kind of on their hands at Citi Field. That pitch is in there for a strike at the knees, and the count's 1-1. The crowd gets juiced up at times. It's like they collect, like the Yankees got that burst in the top of the 8th, and the fans all went crazy, and now it's kind of like they're sitting back. Both fan bases are sitting back, waiting for something to happen. They're kind of catching their collective breath in Citi Field. It's pretty cool. The 1-1 in there for a strike, 99 with the sinker. Vogelbach was ready to pull the trigger, but just couldn't do it. The count's 1-2. There's Buck Showalter. Such a great manager. I mean, he started the Yankee turnaround. He got there in 92. They were not a very good team. Immediately turned it around in 93. They became a competitive. 94, they had the best record in the American League before the strike. 95, they made the wild card. 1-2. It just missed outside at 100 miles an hour. And the count is 2-2. It's funny, ESPN Game Day has those all sinkers. ESPN The channel has them all at fastballs. I don't believe those are fastballs. I do believe that Clay Holmes throws a very hard sinker, but I don't think he's actually throwing a four-seam fastball in this at bat. That just missed off the plate. Vogelbach doesn't swing a lot. The count's 3-2. He's going to make you work. Mark Canha awaits on deck. Clay Holmes trying to get Vogelbach. Lowest swing rate. Now, just as I say that, he has the lowest swing rate in the majors. Pitch. And he walked him. So Holmes walks him after getting ahead 1-2. And the big man is on at first. He'll probably come out for a pinch runner, I would imagine. And yes, he will. That was the bugaboo about Clay Holmes when we got him from Pittsburgh. He had really bad issues with control. That's why when the Yankees got him, I was kind of like, what the hell did we go out and get Clay Holmes for? His whip is like 1.4 and he walks the ballpark. Since he's coming to the Yankees and working with Matt Blake, he has been much, much better. But it reared its ugly head there. As again, Vogelbach does not swing a lot. So you really have to throw the pitch in the zone to get him out. Travis Jankowski comes in to pinch run. That sinker's in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1 to Mark Canha. He's 1 for 3 tonight. He's singled. Clay Holmes, obviously a single roll pitcher, can induce the double play ground ball, which is something the Yankees are looking for right now. Yeah, that was Coney, man. Walked the tying run in the bottom of the 8th against Seattle. It was brutal. What a stop by Higashioka as Holmes to a 56-footer up there. Great stop because Jankowski could have got into scoring position. Hell of a play there by Higashioka. Those are the little things that go unnoticed in a box score. You don't see that. That doesn't show up in a box score. But that type of play with Gary Sanchez behind the plate, that's a pass ball, and Jankowski's on at second. It's that type of thing. I'm sure there is a stat with all the analytics of the catcher saved the base or whatever, but that saved the base. The 1-1. Breaking ball outside. Holmes really struggling with his control. Count 2-1. What part of New York am I from, Dave? I live upstate. I live in Saratoga County. Upstate New York. The 518. Jankowski takes his lead off at first. Mets and Yanks tied at 2 in the bottom of the 8th. Holmes set at the chest. And the righty kicks and deals the 2-1, and it's outside and low, 3-1. Mets fans now starting to feel it as Clay Holmes is struggling with his control. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it, buddy. Saratoga is gorgeous, Josh. It is very nice, especially this time of year. The track is in town, so it's very busy up in this area. It'll be a 3-1 to Canha. Holmes deals, and that ball is chopped foul. And again, see, Canha tried to pull that outside pitch, and he hit it foul. But those are the type of pitches you're going to get your double play on when you get the batter to try to pull off. When they try to pull an outside pitch, they reach for it. They usually pound it right into the ground for a little 6-4-3 or 5-43 double play. Something that the Yankees definitely could use. Jeff McNeil's on deck, one of the better hitters in the Mets lineup. Double play would be very nice. But Holmes has got to throw a strike here. The payoff pitch swung on and ground. It could be 2. Missed the tag and throws the first. Gleyber tried to get Jankowski as he went by. Jankowski avoided the tag. So he is in scoring position, but there's 2 outs. Jankowski must have been running. So the Mets, he was. So the Mets stay out of the double play. He just got by Gleyber. Wow, that was close. Gleyber was a split second late. Well, good job there by the Mets sending the runner. Stayed out of the double play. Because if he's not running, that is easily a double play. Now, what they're talking about here at the mound is exactly what I was talking about last night. You do not give in to Jeff McNeil. This guy is a good hitter. You try to make him chase. You keep the ball down and out of the zone. You do not give this guy anything to hit. You take your chances with Eduardo Escobar on deck, who's not the hitter that McNeil is. You try to get him. I don't know what the hell that was. Mets fans celebrating with a Bud Light. I mean, if you're going to try to flex on camera, get a better beer than a Bud Light. That's all I'm saying. I mean, come on. Come on. Be better than that. Should have a Stella or something. A Heineken. You know. Speaking of which, I actually have some Stella. I should have had one today. My macros are very low on my calories today. I could have afforded a beer. Maybe if this game is tied in the ninth, I'll go up and grab me a cold one. And the Yankees making me drink. So big at bat here. Here's McNeil. Way outside 1-0. They're not going to pitch to McNeil. It's going to be Eduardo Escobar with runners at first and second and 2 outs. O'Neill's over 3. He's hitting 289, but he is a very good pure hitter. He's like DJ LeMahieu. You know, he's not going to hit for a ton of power. Does have a little pop, but the guy makes contact, puts the ball in play, and he sprays the ball all over the place. It's the type of guy that you want up here in a situation like this. And he's also the type of guy, if you're the Yankees, you don't let him beat you. You do not give him a pitch to hit. And Holmes isn't coming close. Just walk him. It's 2-0. Put him on base. Save your arm. Save the pitches. I'm confused. I'm confused as to why Clay Holmes is even throwing these pitches at this point. I was confused last night when Abreu challenged him on a 3-1 pitch. I'm confused why they just don't put the guy on base right now. He throws him a sinker on the inside corner that counts 2-1. Well, I guess that's why, but I still don't like fooling around with this guy. I'd rather take my chances with Eduardo Escobar, who's hitting about 210. It'll be a 2-1. Holmes set at the chest. The righty kicks and deals, and that just missed, and the count's 3-1. Eduardo Escobar waits on deck again. You're not going to give this guy anything to hit. And I think McNeil knows that. I think McNeil's up there saying, I'm just going to make this guy strike me out. I'm not going to swing till I get 2 strikes. I'm pretty sure that's McNeil's approach. And I don't blame him because he's probably thinking right along with the Yankees. I'm not going to get much to hit in this at bat. 3-1. He does, and it's lined. What a play by Gleyber. I can't believe that the Yankees did that again. The Yankees got so lucky. They challenge him again like they did last night with a 3-1 fastball. McNeil hits the tar out of the ball, but he hit it right at Gleyber, who fielded it on a backhanded shortstop. I mean, what a hell of a play by Gleyber. If that gets by him, the Mets lead 3-2. Instead, Gleyber picks and throws out. McNeil's pissed. I can't believe the Yankees. They got lucky. They got lucky. That's 2 nights in a row. You get behind McNeil 3-1 in the bottom of the freaking 8th inning with a guy in scoring position and first base open and a 200 hitter behind him, and you freaking him a pitch to hit. I don't understand the thinking. The Yankees get a break. They get out of it. We'll go to the top of the 9th. We're tied at 2. It's going to be IKF. Probably a pinch hitter for Higashioka and DJ LeMahieu. I think I'm going to go get a beer. Yeah, I think I'm going to get a beer. I need a beer. All right, but I got carbs I can use. Well, where's my bottle opener? My bottle opener is usually down here, and I do not see it. Oh, there it is. Somehow it fell on the floor. All right, I'll be right back. I got to get a cold one. This game is making me drink. You guys hit the like and hit the subscribe button. Thank you for being here. We got a hell of a game between the crosstown rivals. Let me go get a cold one. I'll be right back. I get like one beer a week, so let's make it count. All right, Yankee fans, can we do it? We got a break. We got some things to go our way. Let's get it done. Here's the pitch. Seth Lugo stays in there for the Mets, and the pitch to IKF is right down the middle of the plate, counts 0-1. The 0-1, swung on and sliced foul, 0-2. It'll be an 0-2 here to IKF leading off the ninth for the Yanks in a 2-2 tie. Lugo takes his time, going to throw a curveball. He did that the last time. Going to be a foot race, and it's close, but IKF is out. IKF hustling down the line all the way, but Lugo beat him by a half step, one away here in the Yankee ninth. That was really close. If Lugo hesitated at all, IKF would have beat him. IKF's lucky he didn't hurt himself the way he went into first base. And I got to imagine somebody's going to pinch hit here for Higashioka. And it's going to be Jose Trevino. So the Yankees just replaced one catcher with another. Trevino, obviously a much better bat than Higgy. Outside. I'll be honest, I kind of don't like this. Higashioka has just as good a chance of putting the ball out of the park as Trevino does. 1-0, right down the middle, 1-1. One out, nobody on, top of the ninth. Mets and Yankees locked in a 2-2 tie. Looked like the Mets had this one in the bag, but David Peterson came in and gave it up immediately. That's in there for a strike as Lugo is dealing, and the count's 1-2. One, two. Swung and a miss. Trevino swung at a pitch that bounced in front of the plate. 2 away. Don't quite understand the substitution there by Boone. Bad at bat by Jose Trevino. And that'll bring up DJ LeMahieu. Just don't understand why you would pinch hit him for Higashioka. Like Gallo, whatever. Gallo may swing and miss all the damn time, but he can hit the ball out of the park. Like, I just don't understand the move to Trevino there. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And here is LeMahieu with 2 outs and nobody on. Pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. The count is 0-1. LeMahieu's 1 for 3 tonight. He singled and walked. Judge awaits on deck. The 0-1 upstairs, 1-1. Well, we hope that Judge gets another at bat in this game. Peralta warming up for the Yanks, so Clay Holmes' night is done. Pitch. And there's a line drive base hit right field. So a good piece of hitting by LeMahieu. That'll give Judge an opportunity to prove that he can be clutch. That's going to get the fans on their feet again at Citi Field. High drama here in Queens. Yankee fans imploring other Yankee fans to get up. Mets fans are going to get up just because they have to try to see over the Yankee fans. That's why I love DJ LeMahieu. He uses the whole field. He's a professional hitter. Here's Aaron Judge. He's 0 for 4 tonight. He's very happy that Max Scherzer's out of there. He struck out 3 times against Scherzer. Seth Lugo trying to get out the AL MVP on the first half. He swings and misses. Boy, that was a terrible pitch by Lugo. And Judge swung right through it. 92 right down the middle of the plate, and Judge was late on it. You are not going to get a better pitch to hit. That's one that Judge usually hits 450 feet. He went right through it. The 0-1. Judge takes it in there for a strike, 0-2. Judge already has the hat trick tonight, not looking for the golden sombrero. Somebody who just had his girlfriend up is holding her onto her. That was pretty interesting. Everybody's standing. The pitch, Judge takes a ball. Lugo bounced a curveball, and the count's 1-2. Good game here in Queens. Hit the like and hit the subscribe if you're new. 274 likes. That's not enough. Why don't we have 300 likes by now? We should have 300 likes. 300 likes. Hell of a game. Let's go. 1-2. Judge swings and hits a ground ball right to short. Lindor the short way to second, and that will retire the side. Judge 0 for 5 tonight. Has not come through when the Yankees needed him. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Yankees have left 11 men on base tonight. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. If the Mets are going to win, they're going to win it in a walk-off tonight. We're tied at 2 apiece. Aaron Judge, 2 pitches right down the middle of the plate. One he swung right through, and one he hit a weak ground ball to short. You're not going to get a better pitch to hit if you're Aaron Judge. It's middle. And he, exactly, Prestige, he is just having one of those nights. So, the Yankees obviously going to try to force this into extra innings. I forgot who the hell the it's going to be Escobar. Well, the scheduled 3 are Escobar, Nido, and Nimmo. I don't know if the Mets a pinch hit for Nido. Bobby, I think it's New York fans in general. We all overreact, man. Mets fans do it. Jets, Giants fans. I think we all overreact. I just think it's kind of in our nature. We want to win so damn bad. So when you lose, it's just like, you know. I'm showing the captain here. Showing Nomar. You want to talk about a guy that's underrated that does not get enough credit. Man, Nomar Garcia-Parra could rake. He was right up there with Jeter and A-Rod. He won a batting title. Back-to-back years, Nomar hit 372 and 357 with power. Obviously went to the Cubs, and he dealt with a lot of injuries when he went to the Cubs. But, man, Nomar could play. If you were around when Nomar was in his prime with Boston, that guy could hit. Nomar was damn good. Damn good. Here's Wandy Peralta for the Yanks. He'll deal with 8-9-1 for the Mets. And I see Wandy and I share a birthday, as does A-Rod. A-Rod also born today, but happy birthday, Mr. Peralta. 31 today. Wish I was 31 again. Nomar. That's right. Nomar. So here is Peralta. It is Escobar to lead it off here for the Mets in their half of the 9th. And Escobar swings and lines a ball into the gap or down the line. That'll be a base hit. So the Mets with a leadoff double right away. A hanging change up there by Peralta. And Escobar has the Mets fans fired up. The difference in this series, the Mets' ability to get timely hits and the Yankees' ability to not, or I should say lack of ability to get timely hits. So that has pretty much been the difference in this series between the Mets and the Yankees. Mrs. Met is there today. I'd be walking this guy. I know that he's a ninth place hitter, but there's really no reason to pitch to him. He's going to bunt, and he bunts it foul. Not a good effort there by Nito, and the count's 0-1. I guess because Nito is just not really a threat at the plate, you will pitch to him. I mean, Boone went for it in the 8th. He brought in Clay Holmes in the 8th inning instead of this inning. Again, Boone's made some head-scratching decisions. They're going to bunt again, and it's a good one. And just getting over to cover first is Gleyber. So the Mets, again, doing the little things to win ball games is something the Yankees didn't do. The Yankees had the opportunity to do that, I believe, in the 4th when Donaldson led off with a double, and the Yankees never got him to third with 1 out. Nito does a great job getting the bunt down. Trevino looked at third, but threw to first. So the winning run 90 feet away for the Mets. That's the way you play baseball. That's the way you win these tight games. That's the way you win 1- and 2-run games. It's the way you win in the postseason. You don't wait for guys to hit home runs because they're far and few between against better teams. You learn how to manufacture runs. There's really no reason for Nimmo to even... Why are you not walking him? Why are you not setting up the double play? Slow roller, and they're going to throw, and he's late. Peralta, that should be an E1. It was a weak ground ball. Peralta hurried, bobbled, and threw late. That should be an E1. And again, the Mets hustle. That just goes to show you what Buck Showalter's... He never gives up on it. That's Buck Showalter's influence. Hustling down the line. I can tell you a lot of Yankees would have jogged down the line and would not have beat that out. That's an E1, though. Huge error on Peralta. I can't believe they gave him a hit on that. That is an E1 all the way. There is no way that's a hit. Because if Peralta fields it cleanly, Nimmo is out. That is a terrible scoring decision. That is an error on the pitcher all day, every day. At the end of the day, it's just bookkeeping. He's on base. That is not a hit. That is not a hit. That is an E1 all day, every day. Because if he fields it, Nimmo's out. Instead, he bobbled it and threw it late. That should have been an error. That is not a hit. That is not a hit. Well, they do have the double play set up, but Marte can run. So obviously, he's a tough guy to turn 2 on. Mets looking to sweep the Yanks. Are they walking him? Yankees go back home to play the Royals in a 4-game series. Maybe the Yankees can get right against the Kansas City Royals at home because it looks like they're going to get swept out of Queens here tonight. And Peralta steps off. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, guys and girls. Been a damn good game. Yankees battle, but again, at the end of the day, the Mets' ability to do the little things was the difference. Almost 300 likes. They're 4 away. That pitch is low. That counts 1-0. Again, I'm not going to give Boone too much crap. I think Boone's done a good job this year, but in this series, he has definitely made a lot of head-scratching decisions. The decision to pitch to McNeil 3-1 in the bottom of the 8th twice doesn't make any sense to me. Pinch hitting Trevino for Higashioka doesn't make a lot of sense to me either. 1-0. Swung on line, base hit, game over. Mets sweep the Yankees. They win 3-2. Bringing in Clay Holmes in the 8th inning in a tie game didn't make a lot of sense to me either. I just think in this game, in this series, two things. Number one, the Mets outplayed the Yankees in every aspect of baseball, which is why they swept them. Number two, you could definitely see the difference in managerial tactics, and Aaron Boone got completely outmanaged by Buck Showalter, which does not surprise anybody with a baseball IQ. So congratulations, Mets fans. You gained a game on the Braves. Good series. We'll see you again in the Bronx. I don't exactly know when the Mets and Yankees play again. Yankees have a lot of soul searching to do, guys. They have lost 11 out of 15. They have gotten crushed by good teams. And they are a team that is really on the ropes. There's no doubt about it. They're a team that is really on the ropes. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, they've got to figure it out. Now, again, they play the Royals. The Royals are not a good team. Yankees have to figure it out. But everything that the Yankees did well in the first half, they have done the complete opposite in the last 3 weeks. You know, the inability to manufacture runs, the inability to put teams away, poor fielding, really poor fielding. I mean, if Peralta fields that ball, it's a totally different game. Instead, he makes a big error. The Mets are able to walk it off. Marte, who really struggled against Domingo Germán, comes up the hero in the 9th inning. So the Yankees have lost 11 out of 15. Like I said, the Mets pick up a game on the Braves. Mets obviously have a big series with the Braves coming up next weekend. And who do the Yankees play next week? Because I usually do these games on Wednesday. Who do they play? Yankees fall to 66-34. They were 62-23. They have lost 11 out of 15. Well, they play the Mariners. It should be a good series. Oh, they play at 1 o'clock. I'm not going to be able to do that game on Wednesday. Maybe I might have to do a Yankees-Cardinals game. What do they do Saturday? I don't know what I'm doing Saturday. They got the Royals. It's a 2 o'clock game on Saturday. I don't know when the hell I'm going to be able to do another Yankee game. We'll have to figure it out. But again, congratulations, Mets fans. You guys earned it. And you guys are a damn good team, man. There's no question about it. I got no hate for the Mets. I hope you guys win the division. I would love to meet up with you guys again when it really matters. And may the best team in New York win. It's just good to have good teams back in New York because we haven't had good teams in New York in a long time. So the fact that the Mets and the Yankees are both good in the first place is actually pretty fun. This was a fun game. Again, the Yankees had a lot of opportunities, and they just didn't come through. And when the Mets did get the opportunities, they made the most of them. They win the game 3-2, and they sweep the series 2-0. So I love calling Yankee baseball regardless. And hopefully, like I said, next week sometime, I can do that. So again, congrats, Mets fans, Yankee fans. We still have an 11.5 game lead in the division. I know it doesn't seem like much now. They're playing really bad baseball, but just think about the Yankees have lost 11 out of 15. They're 4-11 in the last 15 games, and they still have an 11.5 game lead in the division. I would much rather the Yankees have this stretch of really bad games and really bad baseball right here at the end of July than at the end of October. So hopefully this team is able to figure it out, get healthy, and start playing baseball the way they did the first 3.5 months of the season. Once again, the New York Mets win the game 3-2. Thank you guys and girls for being here. I appreciate it very much. It's a hell of a stream. We had a lot of people in here. We got 306 likes. I appreciate it very much. Again, if you haven't done so, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. I'll probably have a Giants video tomorrow. And if I don't see you, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bad diggity dizzle.